So I'm probably gonna have to do something else. I'm rather disappointed nobody's here yet.
Oh, we are live.
Yeah, we should be live.
Yeah, it even says it right on the top of the screen up there.
All right, so now I gotta figure out how to get the chat up. There's nobody in chat. Oh wait, there are people in chat.
I can't see the chat at all, so I gotta sit up and be proper then.
Well,
Is my hair okay?
oh yeah, it's got about the same hairline as I do, brother.
Yeah, I hear you there.
Hi,
Marriage and kids.
hi, Ryan. Hi, back from the sky. Maria gives me hugs. How are you? All right. So now what I gotta do is I still gotta get the chat up here on the screen. So I gotta working on that.
Oh, well, maybe I don't know if I'll be able to see it that way then or not. Good evening to everybody. I hope y'all can hear me okay.
This would be explicit FPV, by the way.
First face debut ever. Yes, Red Bull, where?
Excuse me while I figure some stuff out here.
Nah, man, I'm
Holy
just sitting
cow.
relaxing. I'm all nice and comfy in my seat. I ain't going nowhere.
So anyway, explicit is a fellow Moby driver, among other things. I sent you an invite, by the way, Carlos, just so you know.
A fellow addicted FPV pilot.
That too.
Yeah, extremely. I sold my friend that's over sitting across the yard the Inductrix FPV Plus. That's his first quad, so he got his controller in today when I was teaching him how to fly.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh yeah. Yeah, he's like, you make it look way too easy because he kept crashing. So I took the controller and I just whizzed it around the yard. He's like, how the hell are you doing that? I said, lots of practice, man. It's like flying every day for the last 5 years. Way too easy. Bubba baby.
Well, and that's the thing too, man. It's like I have a long ways to go, and so many people make it way too easy. Looking at like, man, what can I fly like that? And what it takes is pack.
Yes, every single pack you learn something new. A little more muscle memory on the sticks. And I advocate when you start flying, especially start cheap, start on something that you're not going to get upset on breaking. But line of sight flying, I think, helps build, it puts in your head what the quad's doing in the air and moving around. So when you slap on the goggles, you know exactly what your quad is doing, where it is in space, in the airspace. And I think it's a big component because, like I said, the kid Tim over there, he's just literally trying to go around the tree, come back, and go back, and he's crashing. He's throttle management's an effort of trying to keep it flat and go. So I mean, he's just all over the place.
So let me ask you this explicit: do your throttle is it linear or do you put some expo on it?
I've not put expo on anything I've ever flown. I just tiny whoop. Tiny whoop is actually what made me become a better flyer and not afraid of flying the 5 inch. Because like I said, I bought my first 5 inch. I don't know, 3 or 4 years ago. I ripped it around the yard line of sight, and it scared the living hell out of me because I'm like, holy crap, this thing is fast, and didn't have the skills to fly it. I spent all this money because I'm OCD and got to have the best freaking thing in the world, and spent $1,000 in taxes and stuff on the goggles and all that stuff. I put it down on the shelf, and it sat for 6 or 7 months collecting dust. As fall came in, and I was like, "Ooh, this tiny whoop thing! What's this? You can build and customize them." So I started building the tiny whoops, and I loved how you could actually see the cowls in front because it gives you perspective in the air. You actually see where you are, sort of. So I started ripping around the house, chasing the kids. I've turned every room into a playscape to fly. All the kids' toys have again gaps to shoot and stuff. And then spring came, and I was like, wait a minute, I actually know how to do this. So I started building I brought that one off the shelf. I started taking it to the field. I got better goggles. I bought some Sky Zone, real skinny Fat Shark style, which I don't like at all. I wear box goggles. The what the hell, the Sky, not Sky Zone, head plays. There's not many people flying them, but my buddy Tim got them too. I love the immersiveness of the head plays. It's got a huge screen inside. I think it's like 8 or 9 inch or something like that. And once I slapped those on, my confidence changed, and I just started ripping on the field that we fly up the street. And then it's all downhill from there, so to speak.
The first air mode bird I had was the UR-65, and
That's a
that,
little one, right?
yeah,
Yeah, those
and
are good.
that is where I freed my mind
I
because
so understand that.
I had flown I had flown stabilized birds for like 3 years.
I was so afraid of acro. Everyone was around me flying, and I'm like, why do I need to do that? And then I got the Blade Torrent like 2 years ago, and I said, you know what? I'm just gonna sacrifice my time, and I'm gonna learn how to fly. So I literally just stayed in the front yard, no more than 2 or 3 feet off the ground, and I would just go out around the stump in both directions in acro, and zigzag through the little guide wire on the telephone pole. And I did that every day for a month until I got confident, learned your first flip, and started doing all that. I can't imagine flying in level mode anymore, except for tiny whoop.
Well, the thing is, I mean, with the birds I got as I progressed, because I started out with crappy little, Walmart drones and whatever,
Yeah.
and you keep
Yep.
trying to make them go faster and do more stuff. And what do? You're jamming that right stick as far forward as it will go.
Yeah.
And
You don't do that
you
with the
get
regular one.
you get caught into that habit, and when you switch to air mode, man,
Yep.
you jack that stick all the way forward, and it's going upside down and around and around.
Yes, I have in the beginning broken a lot of stuff with that same mentality that you need to move the stick so far. And if you actually pay attention to your stick movements, I mean, they're very minuscule, just little thumb adjustments, except for the snaps on the end to flip and roll. You're really not moving your hands around a whole bunch.
It is explicit FPV back from the sky. Unfortunately, he can't do the chat apparently. Let me see. Let me
Huh?
do this.
How
I
long? Try.
Explicit is awesome. I suggest you check out his channel. I'll try and come up with a link, or
There's a
anybody
new
else.
video I did
Point
today.
of wrenches here. Please put a link into Explicit's channel because he does good work.
I don't know what my number is because I can't see it. Check my numbers because I am trying to get 1,000 so I can live stream from my phone. So I'm somewhere around 220, 200, somewhere in there. So it's the race to 1,000.
Let's see. Here we go. Let's see. I just happen to have my tablet isn't updating.
Yeah, you have to relay messages. Like I said, I can't see any of them. I do apologize.
Whatever, man. I let's see. I don't know why this thing. What's wrong with
Get
this
some more.
thing? I got this thing here.
God, who's that ugly bald guy on there?
Oh yeah, right. Oh, well, that would be me.
I look like me. All right, there's some more wood on the fire. Woo, it's warm. It was a warm one today, man. It had to be like 92 degrees. Oh, all right.
There, you gotta go through a back door, Carlos, to do that on a phone.
Oh, to live stream.
Yeah, on a phone. Somebody has a hack for it. It's a hack, is what it is. But yeah, basically, unless you have 1,000, you can't live stream from the phone.
Yeah, that's pissed off a lot of people. And I don't know if you've watched your subscriber list. I check mine a couple times a day, and it fluctuates. Like I woke up this morning and I was down 8 subscribers, and then by lunchtime it went up 7. Then it was down 4. I'm like, what the hell is it doing? I don't understand what YouTube's doing.
Crystal would like to know, Crystal Justice would like to know where you're from, explicit.
Enfield, Connecticut. I am, if you know the Northeast, I live Enfield, which is just underneath Massachusetts on the East Coast.
Okay. Well, Crystal is in Maryland.
That's not too far away.
Back from the skies in New York, Queens
Ah,
specifically.
nice. He's not too far. We'll have to set up a meet. I've been thinking about that because we got a couple places we can fly that could, hold a couple people to try to plan something. I don't Facebook, so I'd have to do it through YouTube somehow, but get a bunch of people together and all fly and grill and cook out or something like that so everyone could spend a couple hours down here.
They do meets all the time up their way.
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you. My kid's yelling at me.
Yeah, I know. I heard. They do meets up all the time up there.
That's what you get. You act like an
MD95 TSI, Crystal Justice, E-Drone, Jocelyn Pro. They hook up all the time, man. It's awesome.
That's cool. Yeah, I definitely got to do it. I got a couple buddies and stuff. I fly here, but try to network the area a little bit more, and then the people on YouTube I think would be great. You want to come over and say hi?
No.
Okay, Krabby Patty.
I can't better. Mommy won't let me.
You can come sit with me if you
Great
want.
to see you, Kim. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. Now, Furball Kim is soon to be ripping some balls too. He's got a 5-inch quad. I can't wait for you to maiden on that, Kim. I'm looking forward to that to no end.
Take my chair. Take my chair.
I'm speaking to you.
Oh, World War III's breaking out over here. Go over and sit in my chair,
Not
please.
enough for you, Raymond?
Get over here now. Why?
Man, I didn't realize it was that late. Holy crap.
Yeah, time flies when you're having fun, brother.
Oh, I lost my audio. Where'd you go? Oh, that's why. There we go. I think I got you back.
I don't even know what.
What she said, that was rude.
I didn't hear what you said. I was busy yelling at this one.
She wasn't coming here anymore.
Oh. Well, you guys both just sassy and have attitude. You guys both need to get over it.
Did I lose video? Am I still there? There I am.
I'll do it. Then don't talk to me like that.
There's a bunch of happy people over there, apparently.
Over where?
The little ones are getting tired, so they're all melting down a little bit. They've been playing in the pool all day. Just the sun's been intense today, so they're just tired.
Yeah, tell me about it. It was intense down here, too.
Oh yeah, I think we're supposed to get rain and thunderstorms all day tomorrow, so hopefully it'll be a little bit cooler. So what's your next flight? You got a place in mind you want to go fly anywhere special?
Who, not me?
Ew.
All right. We're not sharing.
No. I just want to fly outside my in my backyard with a real drone. And I mean, you know, full. Brother Dan, how are you, brother? Sorry if I didn't see you come in. Um, no, man, I mean, you know, my brother bought me a birthday present. Hey,
Nice.
Adam, how you doing, brother?
What's up,
He
Was that a
Lola?
bought me
Hubson?
this Hubson.
Yep,
Okay,
that's a good. That's
and
good.
it's a cool bird, but it's not the same, man. You know what I speak.
Yes, yes. I got a Mavic Air, and I absolutely love that thing. When I put it up in the air, I am just dumbfounded by how stable, even in crazy winds, how that thing performs. And the video that it has is insane.
But you gotta take it somewhere. See,
Yes, yes.
with an acro bird, you can fly the same damn spot
Yep.
every day, and it's still different.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I love
You
flying my
can
yard. My yard's a
only
playground.
take so much footage with this of the same spot, and it be worth it. I mean, because it's just the same old shit.
How does that? Does it? Is it stabilized or electronic stabilized for the
Yeah, it's a
camera? Because
GPS. It's a GPS bird, man. I mean, you know, you can switch it to ADI mode, but it's still out. It's still stabilized flight. So what the hell?
right. But the camera on it, that's electric stabilized. It doesn't have a gimbal inside that, right?
No, and it's not even stabilized. I
It's a
mean,
fucking
Ooh.
Hubson.
it's not. It,
Okay,
it,
come on.
you're
Take the
right. No,
camera out, hook up an FPV camera in it, and fly an FPV.
now, this does have 5.8 gigahertz though.
So you
So
could FPV it.
it, yes, you can. And I recorded footage with the, and you can fly it. You can take the GPS off and fly it ADI mode. But still, man, come on.
Oh yeah. My buddies were all like, "You fly freestyle all the time, and you're ripping around, and then you pull out the Mavic Air and you try to you go slow." And some people don't understand. You know, you use that for cinematic stuff, and there's a purpose to it, but you're fighting the movements because it's so slow and it doesn't, it doesn't flip and roll and stuff.
Man, I just want to fly like a bird.
Yes, that is my dream too.
I don't want to fly like a damn hummingbird. Well, hummingbirds are actually pretty damn fast and stuff. I
That's as
don't want
close to acro as you can get.
to. Yeah,
That's what I do.
yeah. Okay, that was the wrong thing to say. Okay. I just want it to do what I tell it to do. If I
Mm-hmm.
want it to go upside down, it needs to go upside down.
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah, I
yeah.
forget what's that guy, that knucklehead Mr. Steele. He put out a spoof video. I think it's like a year or so ago now. He gutted a DJI Phantom and he put all FP or racer electronics inside of it and put a fake camera on it, so everyone thought it was a regular DJI. And then it's flipping, it's rolling, it's doing like 60 miles an hour. It was one of the craziest videos I've seen.
So, okay, who likes the twitchy stuff? I'm not into the twitchy stuff.
No, and I found that's funny because I watch a lot of those videos and it's talent, but I don't enjoy it. I'm extremely OCD and I like flying like a bird, like you were saying, where there's purpose to where you're going. It's smooth, it's relaxed. I'm a very cinematic style flyer. That's my style. I gotta own it. I can't, other than some flips and rolls that it might be fast. I just can't twitch, flip, roll, jump. I get seasick looking at it. I can't do it.
I love that. I'm obsessed with doing
It,
that shit.
it's an art form. It's like break dancing in the air. I respect it. It's just everybody has their own style,
Oh yeah, definitely.
I'm
So
trying a new trick.
I
Go
guess
ahead.
you equate that between doing the cha 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 versus the ballet.
That was like I put out. I think it's a month ago now. You know, you see a lot of the same types of flights and stuff, and I like challenging people, and getting create. My tagline is inspiring creativity, and when you see my video, I wanted to inspire you in some way, to provoke emotion. So I said, let's try something really, really different. You fly your bird, you fly it to music, you make a dope edit. That's one thing, but how do you make your bird look like it is a part of you and has emotion and not just robotics? So there was a song called Lovely from Billie Eilish and Khaled, and I said, fly to that and fly it like it's emotion, like it's a contemporary dance. I called it the Contemporary Challenge. And I was really shocked how many people jumped on board, and I got to see these really beautiful I call flying art. It is an extension of you. Everybody has a neat way of flying, and everybody that stepped up and put one of those videos together blew my mind. How they interpreted the song, how you move the bird as the song is being sung and stuff. And I encourage everybody to try to find the Contemporary Challenge. That it was unbelievable.
So, I mean, I've flown with music before, but I guess to really do that well, you would need to know the song well.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
I've never done that. I've always added music to my flying as I've done it. But then it's hard. I mean, because you gotta have non-copyright music. So
I got hit. I actually just got hit with a copyright. I looked up. There was a song, "Fall in Line" from Christina Aguilera and Demi Lovato that I thought was just a very powerful song. I researched it in the copyright thing on YouTube, and it didn't say anything. Soon as I posted the video, I instantly got an email saying that it flagged it, and I got a strike. I was like, "You got to be freaking kidding me!" But 9 out of 10 times, if you search a song, you can see if you're allowed to use it right on the YouTube in I think it's the original classic editor, so
Let's
it
see.
can try to save you from a strike.
I go on
But
YouTube and I go to
yeah,
I search for uncopyrighted rock music.
nice.
It pops right up. It's the same channel I always use. They got like 30,000 songs on there.
Yeah, there's another one. I think it's MU something songs that they do all free, uncopyrighted stuff. So I'm gonna start doing some more of that. I definitely like more laid back. I do a lot of blues stuff, which there's a lot of those that are uncopyrighted, which is great. The hell was I saying before? Oh, I don't know if you can see my hand by the fire. So there's a trick I'm trying to nail down and fly and name it. I want to call it the carousel. So if you're flying, can you see my hand okay?
yeah,
Okay, so you're flying along, whatever your height is, and you snap it sideways. So you're floating along and then cartwheel around like a carousel and then come back out of it and try to fly away. I've done it successfully like twice. There's 4 or 5 times that I may or may have hit the house, almost got it in the pool, almost hit the kids. I almost ended up in Summer's Mill Pond when I did one of the videos last week. But I think I'm going to try a challenge to see if anybody else wants to experiment with this little fun trick thing.
Yeah, I've
I
done that
think
too on accident, but I did it.
Yeah, when you
I
do it by
think
accident, you can't
Mad
figure out
Dog
how.
call that the tomahawk. By the way,
The tomahawk.
yeah.
I call that you're
That's
fucked. That's what I call
yeah,
it. Holy shit.
yeah.
I call
I did.
that breaking an arm.
I did it by accident once because I went into a snap and then I kind of adjusted my goggles and bumped the controller, and then it completely rolled forward, and I was like, all right, just stay with it. But then when I came back out, I was still sideways, so I just kind of tucked and went down, and I had to land the quad and jump around a little bit, going, holy crap, holy crap, holy crap! I survived.
What rate you flying that in?
What range?
Range or rate?
Oh God. I try to keep my super rate right around, I think it's 1, so it's not super snappy. Then RC rate, I think is it 0.8? I want to say. I wish I had my cord. I could plug it right into Speedy Bee. I adjust my PIDs just a tiny bit just to get it to dial in just a little bit better. But I usually that's another thing. Like I was talking with Ed, I have the Speedy Bee app, which is basically Beta Flight but better and more intuitive on my phone. I go to the field, and some days you think your quad's locked in, some days you don't. So I can just plug it into my phone, brings the app up, plug it right into my flight controller, and I can adjust everything and do everything right on that app.
Yeah, it's a good
Unplug it
app.
and then go back. Yeah.
Yeah, I got the same thing. It's awesome.
Yep. The LEDs, because I'm a nutcase with LEDs. You can go in and you can even adjust the LEDs and stuff. It's fantastic.
You fly line of sight a lot, don't you?
No, I usually do it because we'll do follow videos and stuff like that.
Oh,
Or if you
makes
go
sense.
down at nighttime, the LEDs save you from a lost quad.
Yeah, definitely.
Plus, they look badass when people are staring at it. The
Oh.
thing glows like a freaking Christmas tree. I gotta throw some more wood on the fire.
Damn, dude, you're making me hot just looking at you throwing wood on that fire. It's 96 right here in here. It's nuts.
It's 77 now. It was like 92 earlier, but it's keeping all the bugs away. Where are you from?
Michigan.
Ah, okay. Yeah, Connecticut, so not too far.
No. Hey, Ed, guess what I did today?
What?
I bought an air conditioner and I put that bitch in my bedroom.
Awesome, dude. You got that motherfucker cranking yet or
Yeah.
what?
I'm sweating to death
There ain't
now.
nothing.
But I'll be good in the morning. Yeah.
That's rich. That's the definite rich right there. When you can sleep with nice AC and not sweat your ass off all night.
Well,
Dude, man, I'm telling you, the thing is, it's been so hot. Okay, right now my little thingy is saying it's 78 degrees in here.
Damn, that's what it is outside here.
That feels cool.
Well, your blood stopped flowing. I told you that joke with all the people in Florida. When I went down there, it was 72 degrees. I'm running around in sleeveless stuff like this, bouncing around outside having a cigar with everybody. And all the people down there that live down there that we were hanging out with were all in freaking jeans and hoodies and stuff because they said it was cold. They thought there was something wrong with me.
Now I think you're exaggerating just a slight bit there.
all right.
No,
Hey,
It
1 degree
was in
under
the
like 80 and you're cold.
70s.
drone pool. If you're having that issue, bud, tilt your camera a little bit more.
What's happening with him?
Oh, look, I've been telling Dan that Dan, come on, Dan. Tilt that camera up, let that puppy roll.
I
Dude.
barely use any tilt at all. I don't have much camera angle on mine at all.
Oh, man, I'm at 45 degrees.
Holy shit. Can we
Yeah.
swear? Are we allowed to swear?
No, yeah.
Oh, I'd never swear
Plummet,
ever.
Plummet gets crazy. Plummet,
I can't land it with that kind of angle. I tried it a couple times with my Mobula, aka Moobs, and the angle was so high that I couldn't land and see where I was coming down. So
Okay,
I
here's the deal. Okay, do you fly standing or sitting up, brother?
do both. I can stand and fly.
Okay, if the camera angle's up, now granted, don't get me wrong, I have never done 45. Never.
That's insane.
Do it.
Full
But-
send.
Don't be
No,
scared.
because I
Do
don't have enough room, man. Man, I run out of room too quick, man. That bat is fast.
You just got to turn faster, bro.
Even my
My
fastest
brain never
bird,
works that
there's no
fast.
tilt. That's crazy. I have no idea. I mean, that's full throttle like the whole time. You
No,
gotta be
not
doing
really,
80
bro.
just.
Oh,
watch
okay.
some of my videos. I fly that high tilt. I am moving pretty quick.
Yeah.
But if you watch my videos, I'm not really going that fast. I just got the quad tilted and I'm kind of like I'm just controlling it. You know what I mean? It's in full tilt at 45. I'm using a lot of throttle, but I
Yeah.
use a lot of roll too, and it just makes it. But when I want to go fast, I want just like that.
That's cool.
See, here's the thing that's hard to get past, Chris, is that think about it this way, okay? When your camera angle is low, you automatically try and fly level with what the camera is.
Right.
Okay.
I gotcha.
But the more you're pitched forward, that throttle is not just doing lift, but it's also doing forward motion. The more pitch forward you are, the less lift you'll get out of the same amount of throttle because all that
It's forward
propulsion is
momentum.
going to make
Exactly.
you go forward.
There
So
was a quad that I think I forget. It's like one of those starter programs. I think it was called the Tanky Drone that had an electronic camera on it. So the faster you went, the more tilt, the camera automatically would adjust all by itself. So the faster you went, that camera angle went up all by itself.
That would be
I don't know.
sick.
I don't know if try if you can research on YouTube. I think it was called the Tanky Drone.
I've seen
All I
it.
remember is
Oh,
white and green.
yeah, I'd break
I don't
that
know
so
if it ever made
fast.
I don't know if it made it to production or how well that would hold up
Yeah.
in some of our epic crashing, but it was pretty cool.
Yeah, I seen it. I actually seen a guy flying it. He was like doing testing, and it's kind of like working like a gimbal, but
Yes. Yeah.
it actually was having a really hard time catching up with you because your mind's working
Yeah.
way faster than that camera can. You know what I mean?
And I wonder how that would do when you go acro and you flip upside down. Would that camera just completely lose its
Yeah,
marbles?
it wouldn't be able to keep up because usually I fly at a rate of 1222. That's what my rate is. And
hey, Kim, see you later, brother. Hey, Ryan, how are you?
Ryan,
Yeah,
what's
I'll
up,
have to
buddy?
I
check my
didn't
rates.
even see you here, Ryan. I'm sorry. Hey, Dan. So have you flown Mellow Jello yet, or what was the other one you lost the RX on?
No. Okay, was asking.
So what's Mike up to there, Adam? You know?
Oh,
I feel so naked without the chat in front of me. I can't see nothing.
I haven't talked to Mike in a couple days. All I do is work, bro. I work and occasionally try to fly.
I try to work on flying. That's about it.
Well, good for you. That's awesome.
I have to. I think I've gotten to the point. It's like crack. It's like an addiction. I start getting fiending if I don't fly at least once a day, even if it's tiny whoop in the house or something. I've got to get out. It's therapy to just escape from the day, to unwind from work or whatever. I got to fly once a day.
I try.
I will
can-
tell you
Absolutely.
this, the one thing that keeps me going is flying.
Amen to that. That holds a lot of value in my heart too, man. It's definitely saved me in many aspects. It gives me an outlet for creativity. It allows me to free my mind and go fly, escape from the world for a little while. And then I love the fact that I can share my talents or my abilities in building or just knowledge of stuff, because it's hard for anybody that's in the chat or anybody that's trying to get into the hobby. If you don't know somebody and you read 1,000 reviews that could easily be skewed, how do you know what to get as your starter quad or drone without spending $1 million? It's very, very tough.
Well, and the thing is, I mean, it's not okay. As far as the FPV part goes, going to the dark side, as I call it.
There's no going back.
As many call it. The thing is you get a good radio. You can get a decent radio for $100. You can get a decent pair. You can get a flyable pair of goggles for $50 now. You know,
Being rude.
you just got to remember you don't crash your radio and you don't crash your goggles.
Thanks.
You know, under ideal circumstances, anyway. You know, everybody's dropped the radio, maybe broke a switch off, or sometimes they just break. You know,
I can honestly say in over 2 years I have not dropped my radio.
Nope, haven't done it either.
there you go.
Nope. You gotta hold the thing like gold.
The
Hey guys,
thing
I gotta
is,
let.
I mean, you can get. Look, a goggle experience. I've only had a couple. You know, I've I've looked through three, and all three of them did an okay job, you know. But essential to me is a DVR. Got to have a DVR and record everything. Always record because it can
Yep.
help you find your bird.
Yep, that saved my ass with my Mavic.
Yeah, you know. Always record. You can always delete it if it's crappy footage. I mean, what the
Well, that and it helps you find your drone too. It's trash.
exactly.
Hey Ed, I gotta cut you short real quick. I got some friends that are still here, so I gotta bounce.
Okay, well, everybody check out Explicit FPV because he's a great guy, and you know, oh, there. If I could put in the link, but I'm inebriated now, so.
I haven't. Nope.
XPLICITFPB. He has a Chucky doll on his introduction.
Now.
So he's
Yeah.
good.
Give me like I said, give me a little heads up for another live one and stuff, so I can prepare a little bit better for it.
Well, that's the thing. I don't ever schedule these things. They just kind of happen on a whim.
Hey man, that's fine. Just hit me up with a text, and I'll be glad to jump on. I greatly enjoy it.
He's not.
Thank you guys very much.
Take it easy.
Peace
Thank
out,
y'all. Nice meeting you, bro. We'll talk soon.
Soon, bud.
Later.
Later.
So, here we are. Carlos, I sent you a number of invites. I don't know why the hell you ain't getting them. Yeah, I used your email, did it a couple times. Maybe I should do it this way. Let's see.
I'm doing Messenger.
I don't have him on Messenger. Apparently, he doesn't do the Facebook thing. Let me try and do it this way. Send it through a regular email instead of using the email I sent to Explicit seemed to work fine. So I don't know why it didn't work for this guy, but
He didn't get it.
it worked. All right, Carlos, I'm sending it to you again this way through regular Gmail rather than through the Google Hangout deal. Now, bear in mind, you might have to
Dan, what's up, buddy?
read your deal. So I got notice that the package was shipped today. My new 5-inch backup quad, backup to the Batman, courtesy of MD95 TSI. And I know Chuckett was involved and Indigo Rhino was involved. Not Indigo Rhino, excuse me. Paducah FPV was involved.
About time, Ed.
Look at this guy. What's up, bud?
Okay, now I
That's
know
the way
how
to do it.
was. I
Nice
sent
to
you
see you,
like 6 different invites, man.
I hear you. Well, it's good now. What's up, Adam? Oh, he took off.
Good to see you, brother. Well, look, he, like me, probably needs another beer. So I'm getting up too. So now it's the Carlos show.
Uh-oh. I usually just get my milk. I'm happy with vitamin D. Milk. Let me get this phone on so I can see what's going on. Milk.
Yeah, it's funny when you say the vitamin D milk thing, Carlos, because when I was younger, my primary food was Total, the cereal,
Oh, I remember.
I drank lots of milk, and I had no problem with my teeth, even though I gobbed heaps of sugar on it. And so I consider my tooth problem a large degree because I stopped doing milk.
I hit the wrong button. Sorry. Oops.
Noob Crew for life. He doesn't even know what Noob Crew is, does he?
What is it? Say again.
Noob Crew.
No.
No, he don't.
Brand of beer?
Man,
No.
I smell something. Don't you have to poop or something, Dan? You're not going to monopolize, are you, Dan? You know, we know how you get on a roll.
He says he's driving.
Damn, I just spilled beer all on myself. That's alcohol abuse.
I can add. Dan, so what you ripping, bud?
What I always do, natural. Natties. I know you do the Butch White most of the time.
Every time.
Butch Light? Is that what he just said?
Bush Light, yeah.
Bush. I thought he said Butch.
Oh, no, Bush. So, Dan, what quad you ripping, bud?
Carlos, he's
Oh,
asking.
me? Oh, I thought I heard him say Dan. I use just the ET115. I'll take it out and show you. And the tiny hook.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he did. Yeah, right. I just got the name wrong and bad.
Carlos, did you notice how much faster
Carlos.
did you notice how much faster when you bump your camera? You need to bump your camera up on that thing. I'm telling you, man. Come on.
This guy? On this one?
Oh, that's nice. What is that?
ET115 LDRC or King Kong version 2.
Damn.
3S. It's a good learning. Well, for me it is a good learning quad.
What'd you do? Clean it?
No, this is the white one. The red one's down.
I know, but it usually has more grass stains.
Yeah, I figured somebody would say something. So
That's the newer one.
yes,
That's what it is. Yeah. Give him a couple weeks.
No, he's had that thing plenty grassy before.
Oh yeah, it looks like the bottom of a lawnmower. But hey, as long as I get it up, so to speak.
Oh, you gotta get it up, man.
Ramp, Tyro 99, Daewoo Fly Crab 5-inch. That's Drone Person's message there. I'm using the phone so I can see the chat.
Same thing I do.
There you go.
Oh.
Man, I got to step back because I look scary when I get close to that freaking computer.
Ed. Hey, Ed, you watching chat?
Uh,
Yeah, he is.
Send Dan a link.
not really. I was.
I'll watch it for you. Ed. Anything exciting happen, I'll keep you abreast of the situation.
I love breath.
I would imagine.
If you don't love breath, you just aren't right, are you?
I did that at a restaurant once. I ordered chicken breasts and I said, "No nipple, please."
I like my nipples on the side.
That's funny as fuck.
Everybody was
FPV
flying. Those quads were fast as lightning.
What up, man?
What is that picture of?
Are you kidding me? You don't know who that is?
Really? Really? Are you kidding me?
Talk so I can see it again. Let me see.
I have no clue
Pew
who
pew
that
pew 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 pew.
That's a Star Wars guy.
is. Star Wars. Fuck that dickhead.
Doesn't he get it? I fly solo. I'm a 3DR solo fan, so
That Dan is.
I never liked Star Wars. Or I don't think I ever.
what?
I've never seen a complete,
What?
I've never seen a complete movie of Star Wars.
No,
Hey,
me neither.
do you
My
Do you-
Star Wars is R2D2 because he doesn't talk, he makes noises.
do you have the little panel next to you like Dr. Evil where you can push buttons and shit and just send people off into a fiery pit of doom somewhere? Push the one with his seat written on it, okay?
It's just not my thing. I don't know.
Bye, Carlos. Bleep.
Actually, I was more of a Star Trek fan than a Star Wars fan, but I like Star Wars too.
I like both, but what the hell, man? You could choke somebody with magic.
I didn't watch any of that shit. I
Don't
spent
worry.
my time in the woods. I didn't
Well,
watch.
I mean, okay.
A
The
Bronx
whole
Tale.
life. What happened?
Have you seen the movie A Bronx Tale?
Of course.
Okay, that's one of my favorite movies. But to watch Star Wars, sorry, not my thing.
You know what the funny thing is, man?
What's that?
A Bronx Tale is number 57 on the best movie list of all time.
That's a matter of people's opinions.
Did you know that wasn't just people's opinion? That was the world. The world voted.
Well, what do world know? They listen to rap music half the time.
Did you know? Did you know Star Wars comes in at number 12?
I believe it, but you know,
Well, here's the thing you gotta understand, Dan, is that not everybody is from New York.
I know.
yeah, I don't fault you for that, Ed. It's all right.
The Bronx, the Queens, Manhattan, all that urban crap all crammed in close together
Damn.
is not what a lot of people are about.
Not for nothing. There's more people living in Florida than there are in New York.
I don't watch
You
that
know,
shit either, Carlos.
I love the gangster movies. I love the mafia era. I love all of that stuff, bro. Reservoir Dogs, all of it. Casino. I'm in like Flynn, bro. You know what I'm saying? You have that My Cousin Vinny thing going on.
Oh, yeah.
I like it. I like the My Cousin Vinny. You know.
That's my
My cousin Benny was pretty cool.
And Torme is not bad. What's her name? Alyssa? Alyssa Torme? Alyssa Torme? Whatever.
Right, and I love all those movies, man. They're all very classic. The Usual Suspects, all of them. I love the mafia, but I've always been more of a, I don't know, man, a cowboy guy and a space guy. I've always loved the Old West and space movies. You know?
Boy. Yeah, I'm more of a war movie guy. Law and Order, stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then
First of all,
my favorite, it's just
I love Harrison Ford. I mean, I
I do
like
too.
Harrison Ford in basically any movie he's ever done.
Get off my plane.
Say that again. Which movie, Ed?
I love any movie that Harrison Ford has ever done.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
He's all right. I like The Fugitive with him. And one with the Amish, something like that.
He was very good in The Fugitive, by the way. Tommy Lee Jones is awesome too.
Air Force One. Get off my
Yeah.
plane.
Air Force One was cool. I'll admit that.
But I don't know.
Indiana Jones, are you kidding me?
Absolutely.
How are we not naming the classics here? I was waiting for somebody to start pulling them out of their butt.
I don't watch that much TV, or I don't know. Just don't.
I know.
But if it wasn't for Star Wars, you wouldn't have seen all those other movies, because what got his acting career started was he was a carpenter on the set of Star Wars, and they had tryouts for Han Solo's character.
Yeah.
I think I'd rather watch Sesame Street sometimes.
I just learned that recently, Dan, that
Holy shit,
Harrison Ford was like a carpenter and made a star.
You know what's crazy? I got earbuds in, and I can hardly hear you guys because my neighbors are blowing off fireworks right now.
Dude, that is amazing.
It is so freaking loud. It feels like it's like right next to me.
Do you want to know something else amazing? I'm about to shut the basketball court down right now with you guys live on here. This is like live PD, but better.
Where are you?
All right, what's up, guys? So, unfortunately, man, 9 o'clock, we shut down the park.
Right? Or is he?
The only thing still open right now would be the pool, and that's till midnight. But you don't really look dressed to swim, so unfortunately,
Time to shut her down. All right, guys.
Freaking security guard.
What do I guard? I don't guard anything, man.
Are you a security guard, a police officer?
No, sir.
Are you the co-op or the condo?
Property manager, sir.
Oh, okay.
Well, good. Come shut these fuckers down. They're annoying me. I can't
So
hear
in
you.
other words,
Hey,
you're
you know how I shut my neighborhood down? I told them, I posted on the Facebook group, I said if I catch one person shooting off firework, it carries heavy fines up to $1,000 violation fee. Guess what? I don't hear any bangs or booms, do you?
you're such a poo-poo, man. Why are you being such a poo-poo?
No, I'm not being a foo-foo. Dude, there's professional football players and basketball players that live in this community. This is not a chintzy community. Not everybody wants to deal with somebody else's fireworks. There's a Walmart across the street. They can go over there and shoot them off.
Okay.
I'm willing to work with you. Just don't do it in my backyard.
I tell you, you might have issue coming to New York and entering the building.
Yeah, it really don't bother me, really. It's just loud. I'm trying to listen, so it's like... They're having fun, though. They can only do it for 3 days out of the year.
What's the other one?
Every time one of those goes off, you just need to have a PA system outside your house, or you just scream, "Shut the fuck up!"
Oh, not... Yeah, yeah. I like my neighbors. They're cool. They're out chilling, drinking some beer.
Oh,
So why
Well, then
aren't
stop.
you out there flying, recording this, Adam?
Because I'm drunk and I don't want to.
Okay, that's a good way. That's as good a reason as I can think of.
that's the best time to fly.
Don't worship. What's your first
Oh.
name? What do I?
If they were shooting them off, I'd put the Hudson up. Only because it flies itself.
Drone worship. What do I call you other than drone worship?
That's Dan.
Dan.
Whoa! Don't be giving away my government name.
Oh, my bad.
I had an
my bad.
opportunity to call myself something cool, like Bradley the Ultimate or
Bradley.
Steve's Amazing Johnson.
Bradley. That's the
Yeah,
best.
King of the Swing,
Cool. Come on.
Dickzilla. Any one of these would work. I'm just saying, I wasn't given the option. Fair opportunity to try to come up with a new name just now.
I'm going to call Dan Ballzilla.
Ballzilla.
I like it. I like it.
Dan, have you caught a fish in that boat yet?
Oh, you know he did.
No, man, because I only have 1 day off a week, bro.
Caught a cold.
Last week we went out of town. No, I caught pink eye. I gotta wipe my butt better.
I've seen that.
That was a joke, man. Joke. Yeah, no, that was definitely not pink eye. You know, we found out what it was. I went in today. I had a doctor's appointment at 10 a.m. this morning. I went in, I was like, I think I got pink eye. An alligator touched me with his finger on my butthole, and then he made contact with my face. And they were like, what? And I was like, I went to Gatorland, and I'm pretty sure I got seduced by an alligator. Anyways, long story short, it was actually an irritated eyelash that fell out.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
That's fucking crazy. Oh.
You know how, like, you get an ingrown hair or something when you pull it out, sometimes it gets infected?
Oh, yeah.
Same principle. It just happened to happen because eyelash popped
So
up.
Dan, how many hours you got on that motor yet at quarter throttle?
Okay, so I put in 2 hours now. We got a lot more to go.
In the barrel. I've seen that video.
Put that damn thing in a tub of water and let it roll for 8 hours in the front yard, man. Screw all that break-in shit.
That motor's
Well,
broke in, bro. Did you see that motor? That thing's old school. That's good shit.
You can't do that, though, man, because it'll get hot after an hour in Florida. Florida doesn't for just...
Not if you got it in a trash can full of water, it'll be just fine.
You still need airflow, buddy.
Had it in a trash can full of water.
Oh, Dan, I can't hear you, bud. You're
Cold
breaking up
water
bad.
hot.
Yeah, he's breaking up. Get closer to Starbucks.
I'll be looking for that, Raymond. Let's see if I can do this. Get you chewed up. Get you chewed up or queued up. Got you queued up there, Raymond. Make sure I see that video. Now I gotta find my right window again.
All right, is that better? Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Can you hear me now?
All right, cool. So what was I? Yeah, what was I saying? Oh, yeah, you can't in Florida. You can't do that, unfortunately. The water barrel that we put it in started off with cold water. After 50 minutes, all the water was hot because it sucks it up the exhaust port and blows it back out. So it was just pulling through hot water. So after about 55 minutes of running, it would start getting hot and shut down on its own. So
Okay. Well, then you put new water in, for God's sake.
Expensive, bro. That would be like 600 gallons of water every time I had to do that.
How big? 600 gallons? How big a bucket you got that thing in?
Hey, our trash cans here in Florida are big, bro.
Where in Florida are you, Dan? Which part?
Tampa.
Very cool, Raymond.
Oh, really? My father lived in Hillsborough County. Close to Busch Gardens.
That's where I live, Hillsborough County. All right, check this out. This is going to be fun. I get to kick a couple teens out for hanging out down here.
Oh, God.
In the same place that Schwartzkopf.
Give me 1 sec. We got some Parkers.
This guy loves to bust chops.
I thought you already had a Tyro, Raymond. Would you have to rebuild it, changing parts?
How we doing, guys? Excellent. So this whole area went down at a certain time. If you're parking here and then you're going to walk somewhere else, that's fine, but we can't just have you hang out in the car.
Did you tow the guy's boat, what, or what?
Right,
man?
I'm saying I sat there for a minute, nobody got out of the car, so I have to, I can't leave until you actually get out of the car and start to walk. Sorry, guys. All right.
This guy's got to mute himself while he's conducting business.
Oh, no, I'm done. There's no business.
So Raymond, you're basically, okay, you got a Tyro 99, but basically it's just the frame, and you've replaced every part in it so far by now.
Hey, Adam, you have a fan in your place where you can take some of that air conditioning air and spread it around the your place?
No, can you tell I'm dying over here? I'm sweating to death, man.
Get a fan that can move that stuff around a little bit.
Oh, no. It's an AC. I just put it in. It's I actually been checking on it, if you haven't noticed. I keep going back into my bedroom, and it's 20 degrees cooler in there. So today is going to be awesome.
All right, so let me ask you a question, man. What's the deal? No air conditioning in your house or something?
I live in a trailer, and my sensor air broke about, I don't know, middle of summer last year.
Uh-huh.
And I don't want to pay to fix it. But so basically, I don't want to die at night either. So I bought an AC today. I literally had to tear the entire frame out of the window in my bedroom because I got those crank windows.
Okay, winning.
Yeah, and I bought a piece of plywood today, and I basically made a whole new frame. And I put it in, and it's kicking.
Cool.
Took me 3 hours.
So how far where you are at is the bedroom where you have the AC at?
I don't know, far enough where I want to fuck with it.
Well, the reason I ask is because you open that door and then you have the air, a fan, blow that cooler air towards you.
Oh, I'll try that tomorrow, but for tonight, that door's closed. It was 96 in there, dude.
Hey, you're trying to make air in there. I get it. Yeah. I get it.
I assume it's a 5,000 BTU unit at least.
5,000.
Good.
Okay,
well,
so five.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, man, 5,000 can actually cool off the entire inside of your trailer if you just leave it on.
Really?
Yeah, leave it.
Yeah, bro. I have lived in a number of trailer homes, man, and 5,000 always covered my needs. The secret is to put it at the halfway point of the unit.
Well, yeah, but he wants
For
to make
me,
it sleeps well.
76
And leave all your doors
degrees or
open.
cooler. 76 degrees or cooler. I can take it. This
Yeah.
96 shit. Oh my god.
And then if it's
So-
you on top of it, hard to breathe.
So
Oh, yeah.
basically, during the day, you would just leave it on high all day, and then at night you can cut it back to lower.
Yeah.
If you can regulate the temperature and just keep it that certain temperature, you're good.
Yeah,
that is so fucking with my quad money though. I don't like doing that. That's why I haven't done it yet.
being comfortable and not sweating.
All right, so here's my next suggestion. Go down to Kmart and get a big cooler. Do you have a freezer?
Oh yeah, I got a fridge. Well, I got my deep freezer. It's full of food though, but
Okay. Can you fit a big container and put water in it inside of it?
oh, you're talking about that cooler.
Oh,
fan.
yeah.
Yeah.
If you get an induction fan, if you get a turbine fan and you do it, you can actually really push some cold air through one of those. I built 3 versions of it, and the second and third one cooled off my room incredibly after I started to figure out the correct circulation process. You need to not blow the ice over the top of it, but blow the air underneath the ice and let it come out the fan port.
Yep.
And once you do, so basically you put a grill in there. You put like a grill chamber in there where you set the ice on top and you have the tube below it. You see what I'm saying?
But this is my plan actually because I just put it in today, and this is what I got. Actually, I think I'm gonna do this tomorrow. My bedroom's in the back. You guys know trailers. Bedroom's in the back, bathroom, hallway to the side, and then I got a second bedroom. What I'm gonna do is from the second bedroom between the living room and the kitchen, I'm gonna put a wall right there, put a door in, and I'm just gonna shut it. I'm gonna cool this part of the house. I don't give a shit, dude, if I'm hot when I'm cooking. I'm gonna eat air conditioning. You know what I mean?
But believe it or not, bro, it's really simple just to hang a sheet.
A fan. I was just gonna say it like a drop cloth, a canvas.
If you just do a drop cloth, bro, it basically keeps any cold air from going through, and you can still move it really fast and walk through if you need to.
The other thing is damp a towel, throw it in the freezer for a while, then put it around your neck while you're hanging out here.
Yeah, I'm gonna build a wall and put a door in because I like to build and it gives me something to do. So
you own it. You can. You can change the structure. You own the trailer.
Yeah. Huh?
You own the trailer.
No, I don't own it, but they don't care.
You're allowed to do the build a wall.
Dude, this thing was made in '77. Anything I do is an improvement.
Right.
I think just to test your theory first, you should do drop cloth and see if it's even going to work before you put in a whole bunch of extra work for no reason.
I've done that.
Yeah, I'm going to do it anyway.
I just want to put a random wall in with a goddamn door.
The money
anyway.
He can buy himself a nice fan and blow that air all around.
Oh no, dude! It ain't gonna cost me a penny. I got all the stuff in my shed.
Oh, okay. That'll work.
Hey Adam, if you need something to do, just drive on down here. Okay, I got a roof that needs fixed.
I used to do construction, and I like woodworking. You know what I mean? So every once in a while, when I get to do it, I kind of like dive right into it. It's just a wall, dude. It's literally a 45-inch wall. it's little.
Use an 8x4.
Basically, I got a door and like 4 inches of actually building something. It's like 45 minutes of work.
Did anybody punch a squirrel in the pancreas with their FPV drone today?
You know,
what is it with you love the pancreas thing. What's the deal with the pancreas? Do you have a love-hate relationship with the pancreas thing?
I do, man. Me and my pancreas have up and downs, right? I get along with my pancreas sometimes, and other times my pancreas doesn't get along with me. I like to drink, so I have a few, and then sometimes my pancreas is like, hey, buddy, you know what you did last night? You had a few. And so now we're going to be really irritated, and you're gonna poop blood for the next 3 days because your portal hypertension vein is all pissed off.
I hope you're kidding.
No, I'm not kidding.
He's on. I'm
glad I don't have that problem. I'd be a dead man walking.
More H2O.
No, what he needs is more fried chicken. You gotta grease that shit.
Uh-oh.
Line those walls.
See,
Exactly.
here's the deal, Carlos. Okay, Carlos, I'll tell you right now, bottled water makes me sick. That's because it's not properly purified with alcohol.
Ah, I see.
You know, sanitized. It's got to be sanitized.
There you go. I run my water through a Brita filter, and New York water is supposed to be pretty good. So,
Well, here's a little history lesson for you guys. Back in the day, when our founders were actually sailing the seas and founded America, they had to make beer because if they drank the water, they would get the shits and die. So they made beer for the alcohol content to kill the bacteria. I'm just saying.
good boil water.
Adam, that is in. I got this prepper's handbook, and it talks about the way to preserve water, and that is to ferment it in the form of beer.
I don't know about that. I've heard a drop of chlorine like per gallon.
Yeah, I know, but chlorine goes away, brother.
Yeah.
Fermentation is forever.
Hey guys.
Yeah, probably way better, but what up?
Hey guys, if you just put water in a jug and you just put a cap on it, you could store the water for years. It would never go bad. It's only stagnant water only goes bad when it's open to the elements.
Yeah, you throw a drop of chlorine, you don't have to worry about it.
Yeah, I know that.
And,
Way to take the fucking fun out of it, dickheads. No, I'm just kidding.
That's not entirely accurate, Dan. It needs to be kept out of light too. Light can't hit it.
True.
I don't understand the. It's not. Wait, okay. You're gonna have to go deeper into that, man, because I didn't realize that there was a germination process for water that you have to avoid.
Water germinate.
What the fuck
This is like
this has got to be sealed.
Photosynthesis water. I got more shit to worry about, man.
Photosynthesis water?
That's why they keep beer in dark bottles. That's why Miller gives you a headache because it's in clear glass. They put a preservative in it.
No, man.
Yeah. Exactly.
I think he makes this stuff up as he goes along.
What are you talking about, bro? Ed, you are blowing my mind right now, dude. I gotta. All right. I gotta look into this now. This is too much.
You can't believe everything you Google, man. It's a conspiracy. Don't you understand that, Dan?
That's why I'm sitting here going, what the hell is this man talking about?
When it comes right down to it, water's water. You can put it in a barrel. It can be fucking infested with mold, blah, blah, blah.
Yes.
You throw it in a pot, you evaporate
Heat it up.
You guys,
Now,
clean water.
Now I will.
you have seen one episode of Naked
All
and
right,
Afraid.
all right. I'll buy that.
Yes,
I will buy that. That if you boil water, distill it by boiling it and condensing the steam, it will be pure. Now you are correct about that.
Boom.
Naked and Afraid. Drink all kinds of nasty water.
You can do that with salt water and make fresh water out of it.
Yeah, you can. That you
Like
can.
boiling? Oh, distilling it. I see. Oh,
I'm up in Michigan where Dan should be, but he went to Florida. But
Dude, the chicks here are hotter year round, and they're always in their bathing suit.
Yeah, I know. And
Even on a cold day,
you
the
live
women
here.
take their twins for a walk, bro.
You live here. You see what's around here. It ain't like that.
That's my point.
I will tell you this: they wear out quick in Florida because the sun ages them like a motherfucker.
Oh no, I would agree with that. However,
they're not. Let's just say corn-fed, okay? I'm just saying.
Yeah, well, down here, they eat corn starch for a meal. So,
what are we talking
I
about?
don't know. I live in Florida, and there are plenty of cow-fed ones here too, because they can be big.
Well, believe it or not, there is a thing called the cornstarch booty. And believe it or not, women will buy full boxes of cornstarch and eat it because they found out it goes straight to your butt, hips, and thighs. It does not settle in your stomach or upper body area. So all these girls, when they're young in their teens, they start cornstarching. And they do that all the way up until they're about 25. And then they have these massively big hips and big old badonkadonk and, huge legs. And then they have a really tiny torso, midsection, and upper chest area. And they call that cornstarch booty. It's a real thing. Like, women actually eat boxes of cornstarch to look like that. It's fucking weird.
Yeah, weird. You said that right.
Why would you want to do that?
They think all the guys like women with big, thick legs and big, fat booties.
What do you think, Ed?
I ain't into all that weight.
I'm not either, man. I do not get into it either, sir. I don't mind if you're just naturally big. But if you are intentionally trying to make yourself on the large side in particular areas, then I have to question your morality as a person.
No, it just don't seem right. I mean,
What doesn't seem right? You Google it, cornstarch booty.
Mike.
What?
I sent you an invite, bro. I understand if you want to just hang. I understand that.
Wait, is that Mike B?
No, that would be Night Train.
Oh, well, get your ass in here, man.
He's popping. I don't know what that means.
I do.
Maybe you meant to say pooping.
Naked and afraid.
Yeah, man, naked and afraid.
No, that's a picture I don't really want to see, Mike.
I wouldn't mind. Mike probably has a really white butt.
Dude, I went into Home Depot today. I went to the bathroom first because I needed to piss.
Speaking
And
of,
there's this old guy standing at the urinal, but he's got his pants below his butt. And it's like, and he's like 70 years old. It's like, well, that's what I wanted to see at 8:30 in the morning.
Winning.
you should have spanked him.
I mean, I'm like, why does he have his pants? Does his pants not have a zipper or what? Because he was at the urinal, for God's sake. It's not like he was, I don't know. Like, okay, when I get that old, I'm just going to put a pistol against the side of my head. There ain't no way I'm doing that.
Oh, Night Train has been entertaining. Mike.
Wife gets mad when I threaten to sunbathe in your thong. Yeah, I don't know. There's something about Mike. Guys and thongs, they just aren't meant for each other. I'm sorry.
No, I will legitimately say that is accurate, dude. I've been to the beach down here. There are dudes that think Speedos are still in style, and they are old men. Very old men.
And the old men is they got no asses and beer bellies that hang over.
Right. Yes, we run into that, and they still think they're sexy.
Yeah.
It's like, no, sir. You are shriveling into a prune, sir. Have you thought about stopping tanning?
In Brazil,
Maybe.
they have bathing suit police. Like, if you look bad, they'll kick you out the beach.
Well, we need that here in Florida. My luck, I'll say, excuse me, sir. They'll be like, did you just guess my gender? Ooh, damn.
No, I wasn't sure if that was, I wasn't sure of your gender. It could have been camel toe.
Oh, no.
Whoa.
He didn't say that.
I would say way worse, dude. I'd be like, well, you're 6'4", 380 pounds. You kind of look like a linebacker. Yeah, you might be a guy.
Oh, my God, you're cooking New England clam chowder.
Just saying.
No, it is. It's really, I don't know what has happened to
I'll
society.
tell you
With
what
all
it
this
is. It's a phenomenon of once you're old, you don't care what people think anymore, so you just go out and do what the hell.
I do that now though. People get mad at me. I have come to the conclusion that I can say whatever the fuck I want to and not give two shits.
They dress. That's why old people dress funny. They don't care anymore.
Right. We get it. Oh my God, he understands me. Carlos is the first
I've been
one.
there forever. I mean, a long time ago, I decided, you know what people think, unless they're close to me, and that's not many people, I could care less what you think.
Hey! Except I started doing that on YouTube and everybody started hating me.
Well, YouTube is like.
YouTube
And
is
guess
rough.
who still doesn't care?
Freely.
This guy.
You cannot think freely.
Oh no, that's why I do. I don't give a fuck what anybody has to say. I'm gonna say and do what I want to.
Now in
Well,
college,
look, Dan,
not to talk.
I'm with you, brother, man, because that's how I am. I'm
Yeah.
I'm Ed, and I'm the flying lunatic, and I am who I am.
Yeah, I feel like doing the Eddie Murphy. Anytime someone comes into my stream and they start like acting like they don't like what I'm talking about, I want to do the Eddie Murphy raw to them. Like, this is my house. Don't like it? You can get the fuck out.
Pretty much, man. That's kind of how I've been looking at it lately.
Gus, every time you come over, you burn my fucking backyard down, Gus. What the fuck? Goony goo goo.
And then there's I like the one with the Ralph Cramden and hey, Ralphie boy.
Hey, Ralphie boy.
I've been noticing you've been looking at. I won't.
And
go
you know I've been looking at you too.
Man, you're going back like 30 years, right?
Bro, I watch everything. I am a fan of old music,
No, I'm just saying,
old movies, old TV shows, comedy. I get into all of it.
That's 30 years old already.
It's crazy.
Well,
That's
first
right.
of all, damn Dan is like, what, 32 years old?
I am 32, sir.
Oh, wow.
I started to say 36. Sorry about that.
Whoa.
You have a
I
31.
knew I was in a 30.
Now listen. Don't ever sing that Huggies tune to yourself, bro. You'll grow up too fast.
Ryan, what's up, buddy? Night Train, Mike, what's up, buddy? That's my homie. That's my homie there.
See, this is the one thing that I always try to. I mean, look, I'm growing old. There's no doubt about it. But I absolutely refuse to grow up.
Kind of relate to that.
You and Michael Jackson would have got along great.
Well, let's not go that far, please.
Hello, Ed. Would you like to hang out at Neverland Ranch for the day?
What's that old joke? What does Michael Jackson and Walmart have in common?
Yeah, little kids' pants are half off.
Yeah. If he offers you candy, don't take it.
Dan, you know what school he went to?
No.
Brigham Young.
You know, the worst part is I'm still Michael. Like, you can't undo the music Mike has done. You know what I'm saying? I really don't care what happened with Mike. I just know he was an artist and he did what he did and he was good at what he did. I don't care. All the little rapey little boy stuff, whatever. Y'all can have all that. I don't care. The music's good. I'm not going to stop listening to it just because I have all these little things about Michael Jackson and little boys. And, you know.
I got to be honest. I have fucking never listened to Michael Jackson.
Michael was one of a kind, man. He really was, bro.
He was. I've heard it.
He was the king of pop, dude. I mean, next to probably Elvis, he was the king of pop.
Wow.
I must say there are a few songs of Michael Jackson's videos that I enjoy and have danced to.
He's a great. That's one thing.
Thriller for one.
Well, of course, everybody loved Thriller, bro.
Yeah,
but I'm talking about like
Thriller.
Like Smooth Criminal, like some of his really classic stuff, dude.
Are you talking about him alone or with the Jackson 5?
No, not the Jackson 5.
Well,
I didn't get into the birds and the bees in the Jackson 5 team.
The Jackson
Yeah.
5 was an experiment, and experiment results.
All I
Some
know.
of the songs were okay too, but no, Michael was definitely a talented character, no
No, he
doubt.
was. He just did really weird shit with his face. Like, I
Yeah,
think I'm going to have half my nose
no,
removed.
he definitely went off the rails for sure.
Was it? Wasn't it Eddie Murphy in the jokes that he was talking about? It would have been like 87. No, when did he start having skin pigmentation alteration? When did he start going through that? Early 80s? Late 80s?
Yeah, I don't know, but I remember it.
He used to be black, then he turned white.
Right.
Take his
Well, he was
He
definitely not
wanted
white.
to be
More like
white,
albino
is
white.
what it was apparently.
Bleached his skin.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, when he was talking about Michael Jackson, he was talking about what was it? I gotta remember the comedian. It was, I guess it would have been late 90s.
Dan, you familiar with Brian Regan or Jim Gaffigan?
Yes, Gaffigan is funny.
Are you guys?
What's the other one? John Panette, the fat guy.
Yeah, I'm not so much a fan of him. I miss Mitch Hedberg. He was a one of a kind. I don't know. Robin Williams. He could never. Robin was one of a kind, man. There was no other comedian like Robin Williams. Robin was an amazing comedy artist, man.
He just at the top of his head. It wasn't like script.
Oh yeah, no. Robin was wild, man. He would do so much cocaine before he'd go do his comedy show. Robin was out there, man. But yeah, a lot of people didn't like Robin because he was so politically based. Like if you actually pay attention the whole time, he was more of a history lesson with comedy than anything. He would always be talking about Congress, other countries, voting, all this stuff, but he wouldn't be your normal routine guy trying to pick apart your personal life. Robin was all about events, current events that were happening. That was his thing, you know.
Yes,
and it was very political based. A lot of people didn't agree with Robin's political based comedy style, but he was one of a kind, man. There was nobody else like him.
All right, guys, it's almost 11 here, and I got to work tomorrow.
That's because you're a wussy. That's why you're trying to
Yeah.
What time you start? 7?
Well, I'm hot, and I want to go sit in the air conditioning too. So.
Well, there you go. Okay, I get that.
All right, guys. Peace out. Nice bullshit with you.
Hey, thanks for coming by, Adam. I appreciate it.
No problem, brother.
Later,
man.
ball sack.
All right. See you next time, fuckers. Peace.
Don't worship is a troublemaker.
I am not, dude. I stir the pot when I feel it's necessary. Everything I do it for a reason, man. You don't find out what that reason is until normally later on. I understand YouTube very well, and I stir the pot when I find it's necessary.
You're the ice
Man, you know, it's just like a sewer plant. If you don't keep the shit stirred, it really stinks.
Exactly. You know, I notice when things get too out of control between factions, I call them drone factions now, but when I start seeing things get a little out of control with other people, I'd rather turn all the hate on me than allow them to continue to tear each other apart. If they have one common enemy, then they can't worry about each other. They can just worry about me.
I'd say you're the common enemy now, are you?
Yeah, I have no problem being that guy if it stops the fighting everywhere else.
He wants to be the whipping boy.
Exactly. My channel's not going to go backwards, so I have nothing to stress, you know?
Oh, it has nothing to do with that.
So I can just have fun, man, and try to keep everyone from going head-to-head with each other. It's easier that way for me.
Boy, excuse me.
You're like the United Nations of the YouTube world.
Yeah. Yeah, man. If I can take
He's more
what
I think he's more like the Red Cross.
I was gonna say more like Batman, the hero nobody deserves, but I want to be that guy anyways.
the Dark Knight, are you?
Exactly. I have no problem being that.
Actually, there are a lot of uptight people on very
There are too many uptight people on YouTube. I also like to solve the douchebaggery on YouTube. That's another thing I've come to learn. I'm tired of seeing.
No, I hear you there.
douchebag.
I'm tired
I
of
hear
seeing.
you,
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah. I'm tired of seeing all these channels grow that really don't have anything to do with drones, but because they get some product sent to them or they started with a DJI product, all of a sudden they're these massive channels.
I'll tell you
You
one
know
guy
what I'm saying?
that drives me
But
nuts. Bill the
Go ahead.
drone reviewer.
Yeah, no, he's out of his goddamn mind. Out of his goddamn mind.
No, but what don't you have to review more than one drone to be a drone?
That's my point. He's one of the people I'm not a fan of. At
I
all,
mean,
in
we've
the
been
slightest.
talking about DJI drones and the same one since April last year.
Yep. Yeah, he doesn't. He's not a drone reviewer. We've all been talking about that. We're like, what drones do you review, man?
Yeah, I don't know. And people give them what's the word? Like credit. They actually,
He's sucking up.
I put on his thing. He's a pitch man, or he does commercials for DJI.
Right.
I love him. That's all I see out of that guy.
Who are we talking about here?
Bill the drone reviewer. Bill the sellout reviewer.
Okay, yeah.
Bill, the guy that wants to steal every news story that hits the table and act like he's got some connections at DJI.
What drives me nuts is he'll read. All he's doing is reading. Then he says, "I'll put the link on the bottom." Why don't you get up at the beginning and talk about something else, you knucklehead? Let us read for ourselves. I don't need you to read the you know what I mean. That guy.
Well, he goes. Let me hook you up with my connections at DJI. I've got in-source information from the inside.
These guys were talking about it's just something silly, and one guy was saying either mine's bigger or faster, and I said, "You guys sound like you're talking about penis size." And I said, he timed me out, and I can't make any comments on his channel.
Yeah, no, all my accounts have been nabbed by him. But dude, I only have 2 accounts. Everybody thinks I have all these troll accounts. I have 2 accounts, man. I have Drone Worship and Drone Worship blogs. There are no troll accounts. I messed with Bill's mind so bad. He thinks that every troll account that comes in there now is me.
Really?
This is me. He's paranoid. He is super paranoid now. Him, Ken Dono, Billy Kyle, Captain Drone, all these sellouts to me. They're all sellout. None of them really know what.
Captain Drone. You don't like Captain Drone?
No, not no.
I think he's genuine. I think he actually likes what he does. That's the one. You know who I like is what's the name of the guy that it'll come to me.
Liking things and being actually knowledgeable are 2 different things to me. You can like flying drones. That doesn't mean you're knowledgeable. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I understand, but
Okay, I gotta interject here because first of all,
that's one of the
DJI drone. You ain't flying that drone. You're just operating it. You say, "Oh, he's a great pilot." My ass, he's got a platform that flies by its frickin' self.
What I don't like is anybody that promotes Banggood and sells Banggood products because they crap service. And half of these guys all promote Banggood, and I don't like that. Like there's something, something worth going out and buy their stuff. UAV Futures, I don't know about him. You watch him, Dan?
Nah, I watch you watch me.
UAV Futures, you know what I'm talking about, right?
Who I pay attention to is who watches me and the family, and so I am far more likely to watch a video from Night Train, Plummet, Ryan, who doesn't put up very many videos or else he publishes them at the wrong time, or Raymond, or so many other people here than these so-called famous people. You know what I mean? That's who I care about. Those are the people I like to watch.
I got kicked out. Sorry.
Okay. Well, welcome back.
All I got was you saying you started a conversation about DJI and then you fell off.
Well, I was just saying, these DJI people that talk about what great pilots they are. No, they're great operators. They aren't great pilots.
Yes, FPV pilots are pilots, man. Or you know what? Even if you can take off manual mode and fly an Addy without altitude hold, then you're a pilot. Okay. If you can take almost full manual control of the quad, minus, let's say, the gyros. Let's say a lot of people can't fly gyro style. You know what I'm saying? Without gyros, that's fine because you're still manually controlling the throttle and pitch. You know.
What's the name of that
But
guy?
I mean, otherwise you're just
Who I don't like,
operating.
Ready, Set, Drones. That guy
What's
goes
that?
on and he barely knows what he's talking about. He'll look at a paper and go, let me see. Then he'll have to make an update. That guy drives me nuts. Ready, Set, Drones.
Who's that?
Ready, Set, Drones. What's his name? Kelly?
I like Kelly though. Kelly's very original.
No, I don't like him. I think he's FOS.
Really?
Yeah, and if you look at some of the videos, he's actually reading as he's going along. Like he didn't even prepare first. Let me see. Hold on. Yeah, I don't like that guy. I don't think he flies well either. There's no videos of him ever flying anything. Have you ever seen a video of him putting up anything that he flies?
I mean, I have.
Have you?
Yeah. He did the GoPro Hero 7 attached to a drone, one of his original DJI products, flying it around to see how the auto stable or the smooth, whatever, the super smooth hyper stabilization works. I've seen him fly a lot of stuff. He doesn't get into the complicated drones like we do. None of them do. Ken Heron, Billy Kyle, Ken Dono, Build a Drone Reviewer, they all fly GPS platform. They're not real hobbyists. That's what bothers me the most, I think, is when you're not a real hobbyist and then you want to sit here and talk about GPS drones like you're some kind of entitled pilot. It's like, what? Do you even understand how this thing ticks or how it works or what makes it work or why it works or the software or the editing program, any of it, the parameters, the protocols, anything? Do you understand anything? Or are you just going to tell me about the 1-inch camera sensor? That's what it sounds like you're about to do.
So, in other words, basically, Dan, they're an operator, not a pilot.
They're
Exactly.
commercial pitch artists. That's all they are. They're just big commercials. That's in my opinion. Most of them do that.
Yep, they suck up to the companies and they take the dick all the way to the hilt, you know?
But at least this guy, what's his name? Billy Kyle, at least he flies. I mean, he actually gets pretty
I was friends with Billy for a long time.
We've had our
good
footage.
We've had our personal battles. We disagree with each other on a lot of stuff.
Give me one for instance. The one that's-
Open source is better than DJI products. Any day, proprietary based systems.
Gotcha.
Think about it. With open source, you can install any third-party parts, apps, anything. You can program it to make it do what you want to. You don't need to upgrade your drone every 6 months and they come up with something new to get you to spend another $1,000 with them. You can just keep upgrading one drone every time something new comes out.
Right, I gotcha.
Billy's answer to that was...
My controller is capable of that.
Billy's answer to that was, the Ronin can do it. Can you afford a Ronin? Well, no. Oh, well, I don't have to afford a Ronin. I have a 3DR Solo that costs $250 that runs on APM and Arducopter, so I can program it with whatever I want to.
Well, there you go.
Will the DVR be affected by any geofences or no?
What's that?
You ever hear of the term geofence where you can't fly through it?
Have I?
No. Will your drone go through it?
Absolutely.
Well, not affected at all?
No.
So it's basically like FPV 5.8?
Yeah. Not only that, do you know anything about the Solo, man?
No. I'm only, I've only started drones April 20th, 2019. 18.
Okay. Ed, can I take it away for a sec?
Go for it.
Excellent. So the 3DR Solo is a GPS platform released by the company, obviously 3DR, who was known for making computer parts and software. And in 2015, they released the 3DR Solo to the market. It was a $2,000 drone. It was the first smart drone to ever hit the market. It came with 25 smart shots built into it that later progressively got better and better, but I'll explain why. The company tanked. They went under. They went under actually the end of 2016, the company tanked. Okay. And they tanked because of a number of reasons. Number one, they didn't know how to sell the product to people properly. Their team of expert sellers apparently took a vacation when they needed to be there. And they didn't release the gimbal until 3 months after the release of the drone. So all the first reviews of people that bought it could only attach a GoPro to it with no stabilization. So they paid $2,000 for a drone that didn't have stabilized footage, okay? Which right out the hole buried the company in problems because basically everybody was mad that they didn't have stabilized footage. And here's DJI coming along, putting out these drones that have all these amazing stabilization, and all these people that purchased this $2,000 3DR smart drone can't do that yet because they haven't released the gimbal. So months goes by, and pretty soon Best Buy finally gets the gimbals in, but by then the drone was already on its way out the market. Like, people were just unimpressed by it. All the reviews had already come out. The drone was tanking. It was going under fast.
And everybody had gone to DJI.
Right. So essentially what happened is the bank obviously went to 3DR and said, hey, it sucks you failed, but you owe us a lot of money. And so 3DR ended up giving all of the rest of the remainder of the drones they had to the bank, who auctioned them off to Best Buy and all of these other companies in massive loads. There were 80,000 solos produced. And basically what happened is all these pilots got together, this group of guys, and started a Facebook group for the 3DR Solo. And we realized that it was all open source. The compatibility was amazing. Once you got inside of it and you realized it was all Linux-based and Arducopter setup, it was really simple to work with. So it went from being probably one of the best drones on the market to even better after a bunch of regular guys got their hands on it that understand open source very well. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So what happened was Philip Rose, the lead engineer for the 3DR Solo, realized that this group got started, and he talked to 3DR because they had totally stepped away from the project at this point. They were done with it. He talked to 3DR and said, hey, there's all this interest in the Solo, you know, and we have potential to keep selling batteries and parts if you want to try to make some more money back on this. You know, why don't you give us the open source ability so that we can drop the code for these guys and they can start writing their own software, their own firmware to run it on with their own protocols and design their own apps for it. That's exactly what 3DR did. And after that, the drone became an incredible piece of machinery. Absolutely incredible. Dude, it has like 58 different smart shots now built into it, like 14 different types of follow me.
Can you go back a second and tell me what smart shots means, or what's that about?
Okay, so like you would say with a DJI product, you would go in and like click on their video functionality, like helpful shot, I don't like droney and tripod mode and all those other ones.
I gotcha. That kind of stuff.
It's like that, but like 50,000 times better.
All right.
So think about it this way. It's got 2 onboard computers constantly calculating data. Not only that, but you can install third-party gimbal systems to it. So if you're not happy with what you got, we've now figured out how to install all third-party gimbals. So let's say you want to run a DSLR camera on the drone. You can do that now. You can purchase a Sony camera, slap it on the bottom of it, and take off, and boom. You're not shooting with crappy cameras. You now have a professional bird that somebody that paid $30,000 for to get theirs to do it, this can do it, and you picked it up for $250 on the marketplace because the company tanked. So now all these people are buying up all these 3DR Solos because of the potential. They have tons of potential. Like, it's endless possibilities when it comes to open source. You can do anything you want. You can make the drone do anything you want just by programming it. So what's the holdback? I have no holdback. There's nothing stopping me from doing whatever I want to do. Let's say a new drone comes out with new technology. Well, then the group goes, okay, let's adapt this technology to the Solo. So we'll get our hands on the technology. We'll break it down. We'll reverse engineer it, and then we'll add it to our Solex program software, and then we'll go ahead and figure out what we want to do. 3D print parts, add these parts in, and then tell the protocols how to work. Boom. Now you can do exactly what the DJI drones can do, but better. We can adjust it and make it better with time. You see what I mean? Like
Right.
there's endless possibilities. So I have 2 of these big birds. I know friends that have 10 of them now, 12 of them. They just keep buying them. Every time they see them, they pick them up. They're 250
Like a
bucks.
collector's item, or just because they're useful?
What's that?
Are they collector's items?
No, they're just they're it's a one of a kind drone that you'll probably never see on the market again. Dude, it can fly 92 miles an hour. It is absolutely insanely fast. It rips, dude. It just rips through the air. It sounds like a B-52 bomber coming in when it rips over the sky overhead, man. It runs on a 14.8 volt battery, dude. I mean, it's quick. It is fast.
What do they call that? A Phantom? Is it basically the same shape?
No, it looks like a large race drone.
Really?
Yeah,
I have to look that up.
dude. Not only that, it flies an acro. You wanna really have some fun? Take a 4.5 pound bird up into the air, rip it in acro. You can turn off all the stabilization, all the sensors, all the everything. It was the first GPS platform on the planet to have acro built into it. It just came with it. You could just activate it. It says right when you activate it, this is a very scary mode of flight. Be sure you understand it.
Is that what it says? It says a scary mode of flight?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. Dude, it's not only that. It says really funny stuff. If you fly the battery down to like 6%, it'll tell you. All of a sudden, you'll start getting these funny warnings. They'll start popping up like, you may want to pull out your wallet and get your credit card ready. You're about to have an expensive day.
That fucking thing.
Oh, it's priceless, dude. Absolutely priceless.
Obviously, Dan is a fan of the 3DR Solo.
Yeah.
And I know MD 95 TSI is as well.
Also a fan of the Solo, yep. Yeah, you should see people. Just go on YouTube and look up videos of the Solo flying an acro.
And Ready Set Drone is doing a review of DJI Phantom 4 or the 3DR Solo.
Versus the Solo, yeah. Yeah, at the time the Solo was running on stock firmware. So when he did that review, it wasn't anything like it is now.
Yeah, it's been hacked to pieces, and that's the beauty of the open source platform.
They do look similar though, Dan. Sort of. I mean,
Not really. When you turn it sideways, you'll go, wow, it's really long and slim. Long and slim. It looks like an oversized race drone.
Gotcha. I'll have to look into this more.
It's fun, man.
Look at Carlos, boy. Carlos, you just getting bird happy, aren't you?
What do you mean? What?
Well, I mean, you just want more drones, and I understand that. Believe me.
Oh, well, I have Mavic Air and the Spark. I had to charge the batteries because I haven't visited them in a while. I just, refreshed them.
Yeah, because once you go dark, it's hard to go back, buddy.
It's like it's slow motion now.
Yeah, exactly. See,
But
look,
they have a purpose, I suppose.
the Mavic, the camera birds are all cool. I like them, but the problem is you have to go somewhere to use them because you can only take so much footage of the same spot. You know
Well,
what I
no,
mean?
and that's what's hindered me right now, honestly, Ed, is that I'm working a really crazy shift. And for me to be able to travel and go check out new areas for flight for my channel right now, I can't do that. I just don't have the time to do it. You know what I mean?
If I may ask.
What's that?
And see, that's the thing. To me, with Acrobird, you can fly the same spot, but you can do different stuff in that same spot. So it can be a new flight every day.
Sure.
But if it's just a camera bird, I mean, come on, how much footage? I mean, you can change the seasons or whatever, flagging. Not that there's many seasons in Florida, Dan, you understand that.
Yeah.
But I would think Florida is more picturesque than, at least here in New York, where I'm at.
So I guess all I'm saying, Carlos, is that you if you get a Solo, get ready to have some fun. But first, start off with the stock platform, understand it, get a feel for the drone, and then when you're ready, let me know, and we can do some serious upgrades. We can put retractable legs on it. We can do bait drop systems, So let's say you want to carry a balloon over to your neighbor's house and activate it with one of the switches on the controls. I can set all that up in the protocols. Okay,
I'm gonna
like it's
dive
an
into
endless. Huh?
anything at this point.
What's that?
I'm gonna do more FPV than anything. I have
Oh,
Spark and my Mavic Air. I don't think I'll get any more. What do they call that? Camera drones.
oh, well, like I said, best of both worlds, bro.
Yeah, that's the Mavic Air. I was just looking at some of the video I took. It really does take a nice picture. The Mavic Air, good quality with the right SD card.
Mm-hmm.
I like it, but I haven't flown it.
Because you have to go somewhere different to fly it, Carlos, and that's why.
Well, you know what? I'm fortunate that I go to nice areas in Long Island, like by the water, this, that, and the other thing. But I don't know. I haven't been inspired or motivated to do it.
No, I still have to.
Okay, here's what you should do, Carlos. You should take your Mavic Air out to Long Island, but take your ET-115 and your little Loop 2, and then just put the Mavic Air in the air and let it sit there, and then try and fly past it with your acro bird.
I guess I could do that in the park just to practice. But I mean, it's going to be so fast going by.
Hey, just remember, whatever you do, don't fly under.
Don't fly under it either.
Don't fly underneath it because it'll cause prop wash.
Yeah, that I would stay far enough away. I'm actually
park it in there and fly head to head with it, and then zoom up over and top.
I'm looking forward to talking to Chris MD95 and discussing maybe two builds he can do for me. That's exciting.
Oh, 2 builds, not just one, eh?
No, I got to get 2 in case one breaks. I have the other one. Definitely. And I'm going to hopefully drive down and pick him up. I'll get to meet him.
Well, maybe you should have him do a 3-inch and a 5-inch build for you instead of 2 of the same bloody bird.
I don't know. Maybe next year.
Maybe next year.
I'll stick with the smaller for now. You know, I want to walk, crawl, and then run. Not to mention 5-inch is going to require 5 and 6S batteries. Where I think with the 3-inch I can still stick with the 3S batteries.
Yeah.
I should say, I'm sorry, 4 and 5 inch.
A 5-inch quad flies pretty good on a 4S, actually.
Right.
In my humble opinion, but then I'm old and.
God uses 4S on his 5-inch. And he seems to, fly through the air pretty effortlessly.
I want a 3-inch. As far as my neck.
And it makes less noise when you're in the park. You don't have to worry about people getting intimidated with the noise.
Yeah. No, I hear you.
I'm a little bit more populated in some of the places I go.
No, yes, it goes a little crowded up your way.
Raymond Millwood uses 3 and 4S on 5-inch.
Yeah, exactly, Raymond. Raymond, I've never flown 3S.
Really?
I jumped from 2S to 4S on the Batman, I've never done 3S.
It's working for me.
It was quite a leap, I'll tell you.
When I
put the Batman in the air, I'm like, holy cow.
Little by little, Ed, little by little.
No, you're flying great, Carlos. You do great.
I'm having fun. That's the main thing.
There's times when I realize that it's fun to fly FPV and it's fun to fly GPS. You can't have one without the other. You say now that all you want to do is FPV, but there's going to be a time when you're going to wish you had a GPS quad to put up in the air.
No, I still have that.
Okay, well, yeah. So I guess I'm just saying, like, people that only fly FPV, that's all fun and dandy, but
even that can get old, I would think, after a while, right?
What's that? FPV? No, I'm sure it does get old. You keep doing the same thing again and again and again.
At least
It becomes like playing video games, man. Video games just become boring after a while, you know. Well, some kids they're totally addicted to them. I don't see the addiction in it, man. I think FPV is like playing a giant video game. I have fun with it, but it's not something I just want to constantly do all the time. It's hard on your gear. It's hard on your head. You're constantly buying batteries. You're always fixing the It's like driving an RC truck. It's always broken. For some reason, it's always broken.
That's
You
probably
fix it. 3 days later, it's back on the shelf again, waiting for parts.
Look, man, I totally get the concept of what I call lazy flying, but I like the lazy fly now and then. You know, you get out, you break the swirly bonds of earth, you get up in the air, and you know,
You're cruising.
Dan, don't puke, please don't puke. But my brother brought me this drone as a birthday present on Saturday. Her maiden voyage was on Saturday. And this would be one of your favorite brands of birds, the Hudson 501S X4
That looks like something out of Star Wars.
Yeah.
I thought
You know, I need a name for it. Now,
How about going in the trash can? That's a good name.
yeah, you know, I knew you'd say that, Dan.
How
Okay.
about Great Kindling? That's a good name too.
You know what the windshield reminds me of, though, is from the game. What the hell is it called? It's not Call of Duty. It's the one with Master.
Oh yeah, listen to this guy. He wants to bring up Halo.
Yes, Halo.
Master Chief.
Thank you, Dan. Yeah. You know, I hated Halo.
I love Halo, man.
When I started doing Call of Duty, I kept getting grenades and the other ones mixed up because Halo was backwards from that.
Well, remember, Halo was only designed to be a PC game. It didn't get transferred over to Xbox until later.
Master Chief. That's right.
Master Chief.
Yeah, that's it.
He was a Spartan.
Was the Modern Warfare 3.
No, and that was my favorite too. Maybe it was Modern Warfare. No, it was Modern Warfare. Yeah, 3.
3. And then did you ever run into people that became invisible or invincible?
No.
Yeah, they had a cheat, and you couldn't kill these guys. Some of them were invisible, and the other ones you could shoot them and they wouldn't die.
I would just unplug my game system.
Modern Warfare 2. But what was it called? The Estate, where it was a sniper mission. I love that. That is like one of my favorite of all of them.
My thing is multiplayer. I don't think I ever played campaign on most of them.
No, see, and that's my thing is that I enjoy the games for campaign. I never really buy them to play multiplayer. I always enjoyed the storyline.
Oh wow, I'm the opposite.
See, but you have to remember that I grew up in the era when it was all about playing campaign. When 64 came out,
I know, but
you remember when 60? Yeah, but wait, hear me out. When 64 came out and they started dropping the first person shooters, what were we playing? 007 GoldenEye?
Yeah, that's what started me into video games with my oldest son.
That's my point, but it wasn't based on you actually played the campaign. That was the biggest part about it, was playing the campaign and then getting into multiplayer.
Well, that happened with the war games. With actually Battlefield. That was my first. That was a good game also. You used to be able to ride in tanks, jeeps with 50 cals, helicopters. That was a lot of fun. And I used to spend hours sometimes. I tell you what, I played so much that I rated 60 in assault kills. That's how many kills I had. I had over 500,000 kills, I think, or 500,000 points. I don't know. I had a lot. Spent way too much time on that game. Went to work half asleep and half awake. But it was fun.
The thing is, Dan, with the campaign, I'd do the campaign would be over, and then I discovered multiplayer, and I actually have two Xbox 360s that are linked together so that two people can play, each with their own screen,
Right.
and that's what I love.
I just remember when gaming was fair. It's not fair anymore. Now you go buy an expansion pack for your character and you can beat everybody that's under you that didn't spend as much money as you. That's not how it was in 007. You put on 007, everybody got the same rules. You went out there and you shot the crap out of each other based on skill.
Did 007 have multiplayer, though?
Yes.
Did it? I don't remember that.
Yes.
Okay. I just remember that after a while, you play campaign, you figure out what the computer was going to do next, and then you beat the game. Just, like over and over.
But all I'm saying is when we actually played multiplayer, nobody could have more than the other person. You all started off with the same set of rules. It was fun.
Yeah,
now it's not fun. Now somebody has faster internet. Somebody bought an expansion pack. Somebody did this. Somebody did that. It's not fair anymore. People that play on PC are faster with the mouse than people that have to deal with controllers. It's like the fairness has gone completely out the window for gaming. I don't even have fun with it anymore, so I just do all retro gaming now. I don't have time for it. The only time I will play a new game is when it's just me and I'm playing campaign missions because I know it's going to be fair.
I haven't come across any games. Maybe a few. What is it? Gran Turismo or the other one, GTA.
Mm-hmm.
I like driving games, but other than that, nothing is.
Again, like I just told Raymond. Like I just told Raymond in chat. To me, the best video game in the world is flying a drone, FPV.
That's what I just said. I said that. I said it's like flying a game.
No, but he likes it, he's saying.
A video game.
Yeah.
The only difference is when you smash it into a tree, it's real life, bro.
Yeah.
You don't get to start over.
I know about that. Actually, I'd rather smash my drone into a tree than the ground any day.
Really?
Trees tend to have a bit more give, okay? You might have to climb, but just saying.
When you said tree, I'm picturing the trunk of it, not the branches.
No. Yeah, trunks are almost pretty much as hard as the ground.
They don't give.
No.
JDS wants to see Dan. He doesn't want to see Han Solo in a circle.
JDS wants to what? Are we talking about JDS the Canuck?
Yes.
Yeah, too. That would be.
Oh, that's because he's a good-looking guy.
That would be called Pong at JDS. Why did I throw the at in there? JDS Pong. I remember having my first Pong game. I thought it was the coolest thing ever,
Look at this. You can't even see.
Sorry, with the triangle that you put on top. I used to play Pong. I think I had it. Sega.
Clean off my camera. Try this again. Oh, that's a little better now.
Oh, my God. There he is in person.
What is he, in an office somewhere? Are you in the community room?
Actually, right now, man, I am in the community room.
I had a feeling. My son lives in one of those kind of places.
Yeah.
Not many people in the community, Dan.
They're all sleeping.
See, the eye's not nearly as bad as it was.
What was the matter with your eye? Oh, I see.
I had an eyelash that got infected, and
really?
it caused that whole eye to get just the eyelid, just got the eyelid all puffy.
What is it, boric acid or something like that with warm compress?
No, just eyelash that fell off got infected.
No, what did you do to remedy it?
Oh, I don't know. They gave me something to squirt in my eye and get it on there. Okay. I don't know what it is. They just gave me eye drops of some kind.
Warm compress.
You know, I've had my share of injuries. I can't think of the last time one was caused by an eyelash.
Yeah, well, I've had some weird ones, man.
That's a freak one there.
But it just means I can wear my sunglasses at night.
There you go, Suave. Hollywood.
That's a cool look for you, Dan.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
Nice
Covers
dude.
up that infected eyelash of yours.
Is that what
said,
you
bro?
attributed it to, the eyelash? Or you knew that yourself?
No, I went and had it checked out today because I was worried about how puffy it was getting, and it wasn't. I didn't have any pain though. There was no pain from it. It wasn't itching. It wasn't scratching. It was nothing. It was just getting big, and I was like, "What the heck?"
Wow.
At first, we thought it might be. At first, we thought it might be pink eye, but then after I saw the doctor, it was like, "You don't have any signs of pink eye. It just looks like something got irritated." And then he got a closer look at it, and he was like, "Oh, yeah, you had an eyelash fall out. Now it's infected." I was like, "Really? Huh?
Wow.
Interesting."
That's the first for me.
I don't
Well,
know, man.
obviously you haven't punched your pancreas lately, Dan, because that's why that happened.
That's exactly why it happened, man. Anyways,
JD,
community room.
You got bit in the eye by a buggy.
Yeah, I did, man.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, buggy, that whole thing and stuff. Well, you know, Ed, we're taking the boat out Monday, and we're actually probably going to try to take the drone off. We're going to see if we lose the DJI Spark to the Hillsborough River or not.
So you gonna fly the spark off of the boat or what?
I may try to hand take off. We'll see.
Should
Well,
be
that should make for some good footy, brother.
Yeah, we'll see. I'll have my GoPro on my head, and I'll turn it on while I'm trying to hand take off and see if it wants to kill me or not. You know,
See, what you need to do is actually hook a fish and catch you bringing in the fish with the spark.
Yeah, that'll never happen. It doesn't sit in the air long enough to actually do that.
12, 14 minutes.
Yeah, you get like roughly 12 to 13 minutes of flight time.
Okay,
If I was,
let me ask you this, because I wouldn't mind having a spark. So from the
you don't want to ask me that question. Don't ask me, because I'm gonna give you an honest answer, and you're not gonna like my answer.
That's all right. Ask anyway.
No, I want to hear your answer whether I like it or not.
Okay.
Is from the moment you decide that you want to take the spark off to the time you can actually make it take off, how much prep time is there in between?
A lot.
Okay. And is that the answer that you think, dog, I wouldn't like?
No, I thought you were gonna ask me what my thoughts are of the Spark.
Okay, and I wouldn't like those thoughts either. I don't know. I've just seen some good footy from the Spark, so
You know, the issue is, man, that you are only going to get good footage if it's in video mode, and video mode only allows you to fly at like 8 to 10 miles per hour. It's very slow. It's like flying the Hubsan, very slow. It takes a lot of time to cover a lot of distance. So if you put it in sport mode, oh, yay, sport mode, wow, it flies 30 miles an hour, 28.5 miles an hour. That's amazing. But as soon as you try to yaw left or right, the camera immediately pegs all the way up in the right-hand corner, all the way up in the left-hand corner. There's no stabilization.
Sport mode.
Let me ask you this. So you couldn't fly it into sport mode to get to the position you want to be and then revert back to video mode?
Yes, you can, but it's going to tear up your battery getting out there. Sport mode eats a lot of juice, man. I'm not going to lie.
Okay. That's good information to know. I mean, I don't know why you say I wouldn't like it. That's good information.
Well, because here's the biggest issues I have with it. Number one, okay? I'm just going to tell you my thoughts here. All right? It's great. I don't understand why they couldn't make the gimbal work with the left and the right while you're yawing while in sport mode. That's stupid that anytime you apply any kind of yaw while traveling forward that the camera shoots way up or way down on the right-hand or left-hand side. That's dumb. That's something I think DJI could have fixed. They chose not to because they didn't care. All right? It should stabilize while you're flying. If it can do it while it's at 10 or 12 miles an hour, I don't see the difference. It's like they didn't even make the attempt to make it possible. You know what I mean? Irritating to me. Second one, in sport mode, it will drift its butt off. One side will pull harder than the other side, and I've noticed that with every single Spark I've ever flown. It'll start off in a straight line, and then all of a sudden you'll start veering off left or veering off right, almost like it's in drift mode while it's in GPS. And I hate that. I absolutely hate that it'll pull left or it'll pull right based on the wind. It's like the wind actually has an effect on the drone while it's flying that fast. Like if there's a breeze coming out of the north, guess which way it's going?
Well, okay, yeah, but here's the deal. Don't you think maybe you're just being a little too critical because
No.
you got the 3D arc so low?
No, everybody thinks that, and I'm not saying that. I'm trying to, what I originally set out to do. Listen, I look at it from price point. If you blew $650 on the Spark, knowing full
you
no
can
wait
get
knowing
with a fly more package for $400 now.
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about when they first released it.
Yeah.
Okay? Give me a sec. If you blew $650 out the hole on the release price of this, I would have been pissed. As far as I'm concerned, the drone's only worth $300. $300. That's all it was ever worth.
When that first was released, it didn't even come with a radio.
No, I know. They did a lot of crazy stuff to everybody.
What drives me nuts about the Spark, and it's a simple thing, but I think they don't give you a gimbal cover with it. You have to buy it extra.
Yes, you have to buy everything extra. Landing legs extra, everything. Case, all of it. All right, check this out. I'm not done yet. I'm just getting started, bro. Okay. That's just two of the simple ones I have. All right. Now, any type of interference, and I mean, goddamn it, any type of interference, whether you have the boost, the range boosters, which you buy separately, the parabolic dishes, you put those on there, doesn't matter. You still have latency lag. Wi-Fi sucks. It sucks. It absolutely sucks. Maybe I've probably flown it 50 times since I bought it. Out of those 50, maybe 20 of those flights went flawlessly based on interference. Okay? That's a sad number ratio, honestly. Okay? That is pitiful that is the case. All right? Now, I have to basically go out in the middle of goddamn nowhere for it to not have an issue with latency lag. And that means I got to go out into the boonies of a cornfield or something. And then, oh, look, I can fly a couple miles away with the Spark. Impressive until you get in town. When you get inner city, man, it's not the same drone. You'll go to turn left, and all of a sudden the screen will start going, burp, burp, and you'll see these big jerks in it, and you're like, well, what the heck? It's only, 300 yards from me. What is the issue here?
Then you probably hate the Mavic Air because that's the same situation.
Yes, and that's the problem, is that it's just, that's all I ever saw the Air was an upgrade of the Spark. It was just a simple upgrade of the Spark. So, my biggest issue is that I can take a Parrot Bebop that gets a 25-minute flight time, a Parrot Bebop 2, with a Sky Controller 2 that I can pick up for $200, and I can do 5 times the amount of stuff with it. 5 times. It doesn't have these issues. It doesn't have any of these problems. I can fly it for 25 minutes. I don't have to worry about an external camera. I can fly at 35 miles an hour. I can do all these things, and I have miles of range. On top of that, a 25-minute flight time. Plus, if I want to, I can download AR Pro 3 software, and I can run it on open source protocols. So why would I want to buy a DJI product when I can have a Bebop 2 that's going to give me the exact same functionality?
Now,
Exactly.
okay, all right.
The footage.
What about the footage?
Is it the same, like 1080p, 30
They're
seconds?
1080 at 30, 1080 at 30.
Dan,
Yes.
Bergen the hand. This was like from November of last year.
Mm-hmm.
Bergen the hand, he's over in the UK. And
I know where Bird in the Hand is.
Yeah, and he does some Bebop 2 footage, and I'm like, wow.
Yeah,
That's
spectacular.
amazing.
Yep.
And what does that cost, the Bebop?
You can pick it up right now on eBay refurbished for $200. $197 to be
With the
exact.
controller?
With a controller, a pair of goggles, and the drone.
That's
No way, really?
Really?
Uh-oh, Ed, save your money. Drink 2 less cans of beer every day for about 3 or 4 months. You might have enough money.
My whole point is that
with my cheap ass beer, Carlos.
Oh, okay.
DJI is not as good as everyone plays it up to be, and this is why I don't get along with a lot of the DJI people. It's all wonderful. Everybody wants to say DJI is the top of the line, but as far as I'm concerned, they're full of restrictions. Their drones are only as good as their firmware is, and you can't make alterations to them unless you illegally try to hack it. And then if you do, the company's not willing to put. If you brick it or do anything to it based on firmware, they won't accept the drone back. They won't refund you for the drone, and it's basically a dead unit.
Hey,
I
Dan,
don't have these. Go ahead.
do you agree that the price of the DJI Care Refresh is probably what it cost them to make the drone?
Of the what? The Care what?
Whatever Care Refresh they charge you per drone, I feel that's what they probably cost to manufacture. What do you think?
I don't know. I mean, I assume that these drones probably cost, like a Phantom 4 probably cost upwards of $500 to make. The transmitter is probably $200. Anything over that, yeah. Anything over that is overhead.
How do they replace it for such a cheap price?
What's that, the drone?
Yeah, with the Care Refresh.
Yeah, because all they're doing, essentially, is taking your insides out and putting them in another body and just fixing the simple problem.
Because, I've crashed. I'm on my third Mavic Air, and one of them basically still had the stickers on. The brand new.
Remember, you are dealing with China. China has the ability to mass produce everything. Do I think they're getting away with it for super cheap? No, the tech is actually fairly good. So I would say that based on the tech specs, no, it's not cheap for them to replace it. They're just hoping to keep your business so you'll keep spending thousands of dollars with them.
They're going to lose money on me, though.
Well, and they probably lose money on some people.
China, they don't pay their workers shit.
Shit, exactly. Not only that, what you just said makes total sense. You just said that they're not going to make money off meat. That's probably fine. And all you can eat buffet doesn't make money on everybody that walks through the door. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Right. But they know if they offer it, people will come. So just because they didn't make money off you and your homeboy, because
I understand what you're saying. I just feel like how could they possibly, make money if people are replacing it for $69, $100, $99, $120? Makes you wonder.
That's something only DJI knows the answer to, man. Once again, I love that we talk crap about China and how crappy their stuff is, but the number one person holding the drone world by the gonads right now is China. So
yeah, because pretty much everything comes from frickin' China.
Yeah.
The three words mostly printed is not "I love you." It's made in China. That's what I've heard.
If you guys have never experienced a Bebop 2, that is also another drone. If you hadn't figured it out yet, I really only fly open source products on my channel. If it can be modified or adjusted and has zero flight restrictions and doesn't get stopped by geofencing, you can pretty much assume I'm probably going to fly it.
So
you've done some Bebop 1 footage too. Didn't you modify the Bebop 1?
I have modified the Bebop 1.
How about the Autel Evo?
No, I would never get into the Evo.
Never doing Evo, would you?
No.
Well, somebody gave you one.
Nope. That's like saying, what if somebody gave you a Hubsan?
See, I don't have to worry about offering to send you this one, huh?
Don't do it.
Record to an SD card or your phone?
Don't do it. What's that?
No, it was a brother. A brother's gift to me, so I could never do that. That was a joke.
What does it record to, Ed? The phone or a DJI, an SD card, rather? The one.
Which drone? You got to be more specific. Which drone are we talking about here?
The drone that he has now, Ed's.
What does that have?
This one actually has 5.8 gigahertz, and it has an SD card. And yeah,
you can fly that with your goggles? You can use your goggles to fly that then.
Yeah, I can.
Yeah. That's pretty cool.
Yes. No, it's really not, because you don't get much range.
No, I know, but he lives he's not going to fly too far anyway.
Well, I've done the whole put the goggles on and fly the Hubsan products around, and you barely get any range at all with goggles on. So It's not even really worth it. I wished it was Wi-Fi because at least Wi-Fi you can do direct connect from your controller up to your.
I dispute that, Dan.
I'm
And
listening. I would love to see you fly. I would love to see you fly 2 miles away and still have FPV
oh
signal.
no! I am not
Oh,
saying I can get 2 miles away, brother.
that's my
Don't
point. See,
wrong, okay? I know I ain't going 2 miles away.
right.
I am not a long range guy, by
Can
the
you do that
way.
with the Solo, Dan?
What's that?
You can fly 2 miles away with the Solo?
Easily. I've had a 6 mile round trip with the Solo.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Pretty
Yeah.
I just can't even imagine sending a bird 3 miles away.
I don't understand why.
Why not?
Because what if it goes down?
What if it does? I've had drones go down.
Yeah, but I ain't going 3 miles away to find it.
I'm not even going to make the attempt if it doesn't come home. I'm going to get in my car and cry a little bit, and then I'll be over it, and I'll buy another one.
Okay. I get it. Okay.
I wrote my name on the bottom of it with my cell phone number. I hope somebody calls me.
I'm sending this bird out knowing that it may not come home.
I've done it twice, and it hasn't come home twice, and it was not a 3DR Solo. Solos come back every single time.
There
But
you go.
my Cheerson CX-20 I modified with Mission Planner. I upgraded the GPS on it. I added a telemetry package to it. I put a gimbal on the bottom. I did all this stuff to it. Got it ready for Mission Pro, and I set it out there, and I took off a Mission Planner, and I had it set to make a 2.5 mile flight, right? Waypoint flight. And I took off, and it was going on its thing, and it was communicating with my computer. I had 2 3 dBi, or I had one 5 dBi and one 3 dBi antenna connected to the telemetry setup, and it was showing me on the map its trajectory and how far it had already flown. I didn't have FPV at the time. This was before the whole FPV scene really came out, and you could have cameras transmitting signals back so you could see what they were doing. And it got halfway through its mission, and all of a sudden my computer decided it was going to go into antivirus mode, which took priority over Mission Planner, and it dropped the application in the middle of the flight. And when I reopened it, apparently it didn't send any more signals to the drone. The drone probably drifted off into nowhere and disappeared. So that was it. I never got my Cheerson CX-20 back just because. And actually, I called the company. I was using IOBIT 360 antivirus. I called them. I said, "You guys owe me a new drone." They said, "Why?" I said, "Well, because your antivirus software took priority over my Mission Planner app, which it shouldn't have done." Okay, and it totally made me lose my drone. It conked out in the middle of a flight, So your company owes me close to $1,000, and they were like, "Yeah, we're not paying that. Good luck, buddy."
I would imagine that would be the answer.
So hey, it was worth a shot, right?
Yeah, no, that's worst they could say is no.
So did you resubscribe to their service, Dan?
Yeah, no, I deleted it. I ended up putting a Vast on my computer, which was still a sappy decision because it really slows down your system, but whatever. But no, so, I mean, you take a chance every time you go out. But I got to be honest with you guys. Now we have GLONASS and U.S. satellite set up. I mean, we're talking 22 to 25 satellites or more. I may have been worried about missions when we were only pulling in like top 6. If we were lucky, 8. Like that was a lot of satellites when I first started doing this whole thing, man. We didn't even have percentages. God, we were running everything on voltage. You remember that? When you'd send it out and you got to keep track of your voltage. If your voltage gets too low, you're going to fail, but you're already too far out, so the hell with it. You're not getting your drone back because you flew too far.
Sounds like poor drone bum.
Hey? But now, man, they've made it easy for everybody. Hell, now you got percentages. Oh, 91%, 94%. I
mean, it's not a bad thing. It's like having empty and full on your gas, in the car. Not a terrible idea.
I'll tell you who's still sitting there with old tech right now in his hands.
3DR.
No.
Oh.
If Ed still got that Hubson anywhere close to him, that's a voltage bird.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So now I have a question about my new Hubson. Okay.
Your
Because
new old used Hubson.
it's a brand new bird. Okay. It's just made. Doesn't mean it wasn't made 2 years ago. I'm not saying that. But okay. So based on some of your videos, Dan,
Ooh, some of my old Hubson videos 3 years
the
ago.
the infamous Hitler one, which is a favorite of mine.
Mm.
So now, what happens when I get too far and the Hubson loses RX? Will it return to home?
And the answer to that is yes. It will go into failsafe and start its return to home journey.
Okay.
I will tell you this: your Hubson will fly way out of FPV range. Don't stop just because you can't see. If you know there's nothing in front of you, keep pushing that stick forward and watching your telemetry guide. You may realize after 6 minutes, all of a sudden, bam, FPV comes back in.
You mean
Okay.
go out further?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just because it's not talking to the 5.8 anymore doesn't mean it's lost its ability to communicate with the drone. It's still taking commands. You know what I mean?
Phone so you can
Well,
see.
will it remember where it came from if it loses RX?
Yes. Yes. You can turn your transmitter off. It's going to go, uh-oh, I have no signal. I'm going home.
But see, here's the deal with that. And it seemed to me like it was locking on to the GPS location of the radio,
Yes.
not where it took off from.
No, it calculates both.
Okay. Because,
So, go ahead.
well, I took it off in the middle of the driveway, but I was standing closer to the house or the trailer.
Uh-huh.
And then when I hit play with return to home, it looked like it was going to settle right on top of me where I was standing with the radio versus
Yes.
where it took off.
So if you switch between GPS and ADI mode, altitude mode, every time you do that, it resets the home point to wherever you're standing.
Well, it follows like that's the same thing with some of these follow me. It follows the radio, not the person.
Yes. Yep.
Some places.
Well, I mean, watching your video, with the Hitler. My husband, it flew away. Everybody else, no, but mine, it flew away. It's freaking hilarious, man.
Oh, I thought you'd get a kick out of it, man.
So I did. I love that video. Everybody needs to watch it.
You know who didn't get a kick out of it?
Hubson.
Sam, the CEO of Hubson, did not get a kick out of it.
No, I'm sure he did not.
He was very mad. He actually got a hold of me 3 days later through Kevin and told me that he turned down my partnership offer. And I said, dude, I had already given up on your company at that point. When I found out all the shystiness you guys were doing in the background, I was not about that lifestyle.
I like that word.
I pissed off Hubson so royally, he found me on Facebook and banned me from anything Hubson related.
Ed, going back to your drone, do you need a phone? Do you have a phone also to look at while you're flying?
What?
Your phone. You know how you hook up your phone to a DJI drone? Does yours work that same way?
Oh. On what?
He's talking about the Hubson. The Hubson has a built-in screen.
Oh, so he has a remote, you have a remote control with the screen. I see.
Yes, which sucks if you're running double A's on it. Make sure that you do my battery mod.
Actually, this is the This is the radio that came with my hub.
Looks like a smiley face on it with two eyes. Almost
And yes, it does have smiley face on.
I can't see. Hold on. Let me pull up the video stream so I can see what you're looking at.
and it has the
Let me find out which one it is. All right, show it to me again.
looks like
The
a
cheap
robot.
one, it pisses me off because
No. Believe it or not, that is better than the other transmitter, the advanced transmitter.
this one doesn't even have any antennas sticking out of it.
No, you have not watched my antenna mod video either, have you?
Apparently not.
Not. That would be yeah. See, he doesn't watch any of my original hubs and stuff, dude. I was.
I know because I never thought I'd own a fucking Hubson. Okay?
I was the mod god for Hubson products, bro. I showed everybody how to make them ridiculously stupid.
I mean, it's even in the butt of it. It's even got the little cutouts to where the antennas can go.
So what you're going to do is drill those holes out, and you're actually going to go inside. Okay, Ed, you listening?
I'm listening.
You're going to take the internal antennas inside, and you're going to move them to the outside through the top. Okay?
Yeah.
You're taking the stock antennas and you're moving them to the outside. You will notice that
They're just hiding inside the case.
right behind there. But I found that once I moved them outside of the transmitter and I glued them to the top, I got insanely good range. Like it was getting so much interference from all the electronics inside that once I moved it to the outside, it was a totally different world.
Okay,
I didn't even realize
the other deal. Okay, and this side right here, it has
an SD card
slot.
Which does nothing.
Shit.
Yeah, it doesn't do anything. They set it up. Well, you have to understand why, though, Ed. They set that up for the fixed wing glider. They use all the same transmitters amongst all their toys. You combine that to any other Hubson product that you have.
Okay. Yeah, you can now buy more Hubsons.
But see, here's the other thing that pissed me off because, okay, so I got my Viper goggles, and they pick up the signal fine on this. They do better than this because this is so directional, you know, versus my goggles. You know, you'll lose the FPV screen, but none of the, what do you call it,
You'll realize why when you open it up. It's got a pigtail antenna inside for the FPV.
None of the telemetry. None of the telemetry comes through on the FPV. The telemetry is only on the screen.
The transmitter. Yes.
On the
Yes. It's like that with all the Hubson products. That's why you're not supposed to use goggles with it.
So you can't tell. Oh, there is no geofencing altitude-wise on the Hubson either because before I knew it, I was at 140 meters, and I'm like, oh wait, I'm too high.
It only allows you to go up to 150 meters, so it wouldn't let you go too much higher, anyways.
Okay. All right, so it kept you below 500 feet anyway.
Yeah, I mean, they just give you a little extra room to work with if you want to, in case you're trying to get to the top of a tower or something.
Okay, well that's cool to know because as far as I knew, it just let you keep going up and up and up.
No, it will let you go as far as you want to, but it won't let you go as high as you want to. It's definitely range capped or height AGL cap.
Well, I mean, you make me feel better. I was getting nervous because of your video and about the flyaways. I was just worried about getting it too far out there. Because, I mean, I'm the first one to understand that if it goes in the return to home and you're below the height of any trees around or obstacles,
it'll smack right into them motherfuckers.
Smack right into it, yeah.
Yep, but they still haven't solved that.
Well, I know that's optical avoidance, but that's that's common sense. You just should
Well,
know.
no, because and here's the problem, and this is where I have an issue that you can't adjust the height value for RTH. You can if you get the software, and I still think I have it, and I might send it to you, Ed, if I can find the damn thing. I have this program that allows you to mess with the protocols if you want to. It's when I was still working with Hubson and I got along with them. I still have that software. If you want to install it on your computer, you can get in there and you can change everything. Technically, you can de-restrict the drone if you really want to through the software. Now, whether you want to go that far, that's up to you. However, it does allow you to mess with all your fail-safes, okay? And it's only supposed to go up like 15 meters for fail-safe. So if you're already past the 15-meter mark, guess what? It's not going to go any higher. It's just going to start its return journey right into the tree that it sees, because it doesn't see it. So if you adjust the RTH value to like 50 meters, then it'll get above everything and then start its return journey. But they don't do that out of the box.
Okay. Because I did notice, Dan, that I did notice when I was playing with it, because I've only flown it twice. And that was the first time I played with Return to Home, it shot up. But obviously I was below 15 meters.
Right.
But when I was above that, the altitude stayed the same and it just came back.
Sure.
Hey, look who's
Okay.
there.
So
Mr. RC is up there.
15 meters is only 50 feet. On a GPS drone, I'm always 50 feet or up. You know?
well, yeah, 50 meters is actually pretty high, man.
150 feet approximately, right?
What's that?
150 feet approximately, a little bit more.
Yes, yeah, that's why I said 50 meters is really high, because 124 meters is 400 feet.
Oh, you said
So-
50 meters. I thought you said 15, 1-5.
No, yeah, no, hell no. No, it does. It only goes up 15 meters during takeoff or whenever it first activates RTH. So as long as you're higher than 15 meters, it's not going to go up any higher when it hits return to home. You see what I'm saying? It's going to return at that altitude.
Drop down either. It'll stay the same height.
Right, exactly. It won't adjust its height. As long as you're higher than 15 meters, it won't adjust its height. It'll only go up 15 meters and then start its return home, which is really low, honestly. Around here in Florida, as you know, man, some of our trees are actually kind of fucking tall.
Yeah, no, I mean, the pine trees around here are 75 and plus.
Exactly. So when you start thinking along those lines, it's like, wow, man, that's not very high. You know?
Dan and Ed, RC Crazy, just said hello to both of you.
Oh, what's up, RC
Oh,
Crazy?
hi, Eric.
I'm giving Ed the crash course in Hubson products right now. I feel bad for the guy because I know it's going to fly away on him.
My new GPS.
A few times I've been to Florida, it seems kind of like flat land and not a whole lot of anything up.
No, it is. It's flat. It's very flat.
It is, right?
Florida's very flat. If you've watched any of my videos, man, it shows you exactly how flat Florida is.
And I don't remember seeing any tall trees, to be honest. Other than
Actually, that's the problem, is that you have nothing to judge them by because it's so flat.
Right.
So when
pine trees, that's what you got to judge altitude from, pine trees.
Right. So when I'm out at River Hills Park and I'm flying around, that's what you need to be judging it by. Those trees out there by the water, those big pine trees and stuff, man. They're 75 to 100 feet tall. They're high.
What are the names of the trees that have Spanish moss on them?
What's that?
How tall is the tower?
The tower is 217 feet tall.
That's pretty tall.
It is pretty tall, but you'll notice the trees are halfway up it.
Really?
Yeah, dude.
You know what I'm talking about when I say the tower?
Yeah. Up. No, I'm only kidding.
What's that?
What are the names of the trees that have the Spanish moss on them? Those.
Oh God, I don't know, man. Sometimes, dude, you get it's a wide variety of trees, honestly, down there.
Okay. I like those.
They kind of, I don't know. I mean, I see, like right now, I'm staring out here at this tree. It's got Spanish moss hanging all over, and it looks like an oak tree to me.
Yeah, but usually the oak trees are the ones that have the Spanish moss on.
Oh, okay. See, I learn something new every day.
But I mean, like, I'm staring at this tree right now outside, and it's easily 75 feet tall right now. You know, it's a
well, I
tall,
have
stupid
a
tree.
tree taller than my building, and I'm on the 6th floor, 15 feet
Yeah.
of story for the most part, right? Or in that ballpark.
Yeah. So 100 feet really isn't as high as everybody thinks it is. It's when you start getting to the 400 feet that you're like, oh god, okay, now it's kind of stupid high. I really don't want to be this high.
Well,
I learned that. I
I'll
learned that
tell
on
you
the.
right now,
I
100
learned
feet
that.
may not seem that high, but if you fall off from something that's 100 feet high and hit the ground, it's real high.
Oh yeah, no, I don't disagree with that, bro. I don't disagree with that. I've seen all the Red Bull deaths. They're no joke, man. Red Bull gives you wings. Splat.
Yeah.
No, legit. There's a guy in Nigeria that jumped, and somebody recorded him jumping off this huge tower, and he was like, "Red Bull gives you wings." Splat, and he hit and broke all his bones, and bones were sticking out of places, and he was dead. He was dead instantly when he hit the ground, but somebody recorded him dying.
On the ground. He jumped on the ground.
Yeah, he jumped off the top of the tower and screamed, "Red Bull gives you wings." They think he was high or drunk or something. Anyway, somebody recorded him hitting the ground, and he was all folded up into pieces, like bones were sticking out. He was still croaking when they walked up on him, and then he just died right there in front of him.
I would figure maybe into water at least you have a chance. That's suicide.
No, he hits hard. You can hear him hit, and somebody just like, oh my god, somebody back there was like, what the fuck? Yeah, so when they walk up on him, his legs like sticking out of his elbow, and just like, yeah.
You went up on a what do they call it? An air balloon, right? Recently.
Yeah, no, and all I could think of was dying the whole time. So.
How high was that? Did they tell you?
Yeah, 300 feet.
And the basket, what's the diameter of the basket? 6 by 6?
Oh god, I don't know. It was a gigantic steel cage. If you've never seen the video at the area we were at, they had to rope it all in, and they had to make chains around it and all sorts of craziness and restabilize it with like a roll bar and a whole bunch of other stuff because apparently in 2010 the balloon got hit by a bunch of wind and it went smashing into a bunch of buildings.
Well,
and
what steers a balloon other than wind?
What's that?
I love the one of the guy doing the windsurfer off of
where it picks him up?
Beach, and he gets caught by some tropical storm or hurricane coming by.
Picks him up.
And he gets picked up and slams
him.
Yep. Condo.
Yeah, I've seen all that crazy stuff. And the whole time you're wondering, like, why doesn't he unclip himself? He's over water right now. What is he thinking?
Right? Yeah.
He's trying to gain control of the thing. I'm like, dude, no, man. You got like 10 feet and you're on land. What are you doing?
What steers balloons other than wind, Dan?
It wasn't the wind that got him. It was a 20-story condo.
No. I'm talking about the balloon that Dan was in. There's no steering that, really.
No, it's just a big steel cable that keeps it up there. It's helium driven, so they just pull it down and pull it up.
You actually are okay. You're tethered to something.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it was ugly, Eric. You gotta look it up, man. It's classic. Man,
it was a problem. Just look up Disney Springs balloon crash. It happened in like 2010 or 2011. The same one we went on. Apparently a storm blew in. They weren't able to get it down in time, and it just blew the balloon. And because it was tethered, it just tipped sideways and started smashing into all the restaurants while people were in.
Going into electric lines or power lines with those things. That's kind of a risk.
Yeah, the balloons and the power lines are epic too, man. It's shit sparking everywhere.
But I mean, there's nothing to control that as far as I see, only the wind.
Yeah, no, it just blows around while you're up there. That's why it's a very uncomfortable feeling.
I would think.
Yeah, it was, man. It was.
I mean, you were literally at the whim of the wind. You can go up, you can go down, but the wind, you got no control over.
I told her before we got on, I said contingency plan. Shit goes sour, grab a pencil dive and hope for the best. I'm being serious, man.
Dude, hey, Dan, you know, I mean, I'm sure they look for these things, but you know how in Florida the winds can suddenly just freaking come out of nowhere.
Nowhere, man. I know, and that's what had me worried. I can't believe she convinced me to get on the stupid thing, honestly.
You do roller coasters, Dan?
No, I've seen Final Destination. Of course not.
You don't do roller coasters, really?
No.
Okay. So I guess you would never jump out of a plane with a parachute either.
No. I don't even like helicopters.
Well,
Yeah.
first of all, okay, Dan,
Yo.
I am completely with you on helicopters.
They are
Okay.
dangerous, man. They are really
Yeah.
dangerous.
Yes, and I've said this to people. Okay, look, man, I have many hours in a small plane, little Cessnas, little Pipers, all that.
At least they glide.
They glide, yes. Helicopters is a flying rock.
Yes.
And they talk about auto gyrate. Yeah, auto gyrate my ass. That's a controlled crash at best.
It's worse than that. As a drone pilot, we have to know what VRS is, vortex ring state. If you want to look up what VRS does to a helicopter, just Google it, YouTube it. As drone pilots, we know it as vortex ring state. It's where you fall into air that you've already turbulated, causing your drone to free fall out of the sky, no matter how much power you give it. Okay? It plagues drones that are too heavy. So when DJI first came out, they were plagued with VRS problems, and nobody could figure out why they were just falling out of the sky. Okay, so it doesn't matter how controlled your descent is when you're coming down. If it's too heavy, it's going to fall into air. It's already turbulated, unless you're coming down on a guided path. So whenever you're coming down, any drone today, any drone, it doesn't matter what you fly, always be moving forward when you're coming down, or backwards, or sideways. Give it a directional path. Never let it come straight down, because that's when your drone will fall out of the sky. Okay? Right, it gets the death wobble, and that lets you know that is the first signs of VRS when it starts to wobble. And if it continues on that route and it can't catch itself, all of a sudden it will look like a rock. It'll just go whoop, and you'll see it slip into its own stream, and then there's no recovery. It's coming straight to the ground, no matter how bad, how pissed off you are, how mad you are about your situation, it's going to smash in the ground.
You know, Carlos.
Say again?
Just something about jumping out of a perfectly good airplane that
doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense.
Now, that being said,
that feeling up there was amazing.
There's been a number of paratrooping jumps that I've seen where the plane crashed, and in that case, I'm sure you'd be glad to have a parachute strapped to your back.
My luck, I would on accident grab a backpack and bail. The last two guys go, did he just grab a backpack?
Well, going back to Harrison Ford or Indiana Jones, how about the escape from the plane that was going down in the rubber rifle raft?
Mm-hmm. That would never happen, by the way.
It's called the movies, Ed.
I know.
Or the James Bond famous surfing scene.
Don't remember that one.
That's where in 2002 he jumped on the car door and surfed it off a mountain, and then all of a sudden he used his coat as a parachute to come down on the surfboard.
That's like Mary Poppins.
Exactly. Exactly.
All right, gentlemen, I got to call it a night. I'm getting tired, and my family's telling me I'm talking too loud.
Yeah, there's only 5 people here, for God's sake. So, yeah, I'll call it 2. I appreciate everybody coming in. Thanks, Eric. Thanks, Ryan.
Now you know how to send me invites in the future, right?
And Carlos, of course.
Did you hear what I said, Ed?
Huh?
Now you know how to send me invites in the future? Email?
Yeah, I do. You know, look, dude, I don't know what the hell was going on, because I go up here and there's this plus people. And I sent you the email, the link, 3 different ways, 4 different times. and then I just copied the link and sent it through regular mail, and then there you were.
Yeah, the only way to send it to me, Ed, is if you actually send it to me through email. You have to email me the link. Otherwise, it always takes me to the Google Hangout sign-in page, which I can't do anything with.
Okay. Well,
So
see, I didn't think I'd done it that way with you, Dan.
Yep. It's the only way I ever can access it is if you actually email me the link.
Okay. Gotcha.
Future reference.
For the future. All right, guys, it's been fun.
10:40. Hey,
Yep.
good night, everybody. Thanks for stopping by. Appreciate you all.
Take
Later,
care.
boys.
Good night.
Toodaloo.
Toodaloo.